Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Football Chat Live. Today we're here for England Under-21's quarter-final of the U21 Euros out in Romania and Georgia. Very exciting times. We do face Portugal in today's game. Should be an exciting match. We are in Georgia for tonight's quarter-final where the winner will face Israel on Wednesday. But yeah, very exciting game. We've looked really good throughout this tournament so far, England, and I'm very confident that we should get the win over the line tonight. Trevor Harry, as always, welcome, mate.
Hello, hello.
You excited?
I'm very excited. First knockout stage, we flew through the groups, but I don't think we can get ahead of ourselves here. Portugal also looked pretty decent. Only one win in their first three games. They did enough to get through. They're a more difficult group.
I was surprised by that because they are a really strong side.
It is a good side. We've got to be careful. We're the only team in the competition to not concede a single goal yet, so that's something to be happy about. But that could change today if we aren't careful.
Indeed, Portugal are a side with a lot of established players. We can look upon the likes of Fabio Silva, Pedro Neto, et al. There's a lot of players in that Portugal side who can do a lot of damage tonight. João Neves of Benfica, I think he starts. Before we list off more names, might as well get into the lineups as we get underway here.
This will be our biggest test of the tournament so far. Yeah. We've got to make sure we can match that.
Yeah, kick-off in 12 minutes. So we've got some good time to discuss it all. We'll start with England then. Lining up in the 4-4-2. Lee Carsley makes no changes, really, from the side that we would expect tonight. It's the same formation, same sort of system. Good to see. James Trafford is in between the sticks. No surprise there, he has been flawless throughout this competition. Then a flat back four of Aarons, Colwill, Captain Harwood Bellis, and then James Garner. James Garner. Very strong back four. It's the same sort of players we've been seeing throughout the tournament. A lot of rotation in the fullback areas, but it's the same centre-half partnership we would expect. Madueke on the right, Jacob Ramsey on the left, and then Gomez and Jones in the middle of that four. And then it's Gibbs White and Gordon, the same duo that led in the opening two matches, will lead the line today. As for Portugal, they line up in the 4-3-3, the same system they've used throughout the tournament. In goal, it is Vitória de Guimarães goalkeeper Selton Bi. Can't say I've heard of him, but I'm sure he's a good goalkeeper. Flat back four then of Ferreira, Penetra, Amaro, and Nuno Tavares. Now that's someone I'm familiar with. Midfield three of João Neves at Benfica, Samu at Almeria, and their captain, Thiago Dantas. He has been on loan at PAOK this season. He's been really good. Obviously a young Benfica player. He's had a really good tournament, I would say, Thiago Dantas. On the right, it is Francisco Conceição. On the left, it's Pedro Neto. Up front, Fabio Silva. Really strong team.
I'll say two very, very good lineups. I think they're quite even, to be honest, especially in the attacking areas. That front three for Portugal is very dangerous. Neto, Conceição and Silva. They'll cause us problems today. I think, as I said, England, that Gordon back into the side after he didn't play. Well. Yeah.
Had a good tournament.
Very different England side to the team we saw in our last group game. That makes sense because we rested in that group game. But I think tonight we have to be up to the occasion. If we're too slow, if we're not on the ball, we will be punished. Whereas, teams we played previously in this tournament, we got away with it a bit.
Yeah. We have, and I think, Portugal will offer a new challenge tonight. They're a side that are incredibly good. We've seen that in their other group games. They did struggle a little bit in the opening games, but big win at the end there, and that got them over the line.
They lost to the host Georgia, who, fair enough, they're a good side.
Had a magical
they got to the quarters. They then drew to Netherlands.
Yeah, the Netherlands, who were one of the favourites. So it's surprising that they're out. It's not bad for Portugal to draw with them.
And obviously winning their last group game against Belgium in an 89th minute penalty from Thiago Dantas. Huge goal that to send them through.
It should have been more comfortable. It wasn't, but they're still through, and that's what matters. When you have a shock like Georgia playing as well as they have, it is more difficult to get through. So I don't think you can look too badly upon their tournament so far, Portugal. And they were in a tough group. Netherlands are a really good side. So it's a surprise to me that Portugal got through, but Netherlands have been knocked out. So Portugal done well. Portugal done well so far. It's only really the shock of Georgia playing as well as they have that's caused any surprise. Obviously, Georgia now out, as we saw last night.
I think the thing for Portugal as well is, yes, they are a good side, don't get me wrong, but they probably wouldn't have expected to be here. But now they are here.
Yeah.
Playing England, in terms of we are probably favourites, if not second favourites, but we're definitely up there in the shout to win it. Portugal weren't really in that conversation. So if they lose tonight, if they keep respectable and lose tonight to a reasonably small deficit, I think they can hold their heads high and say, yeah, we had a decent tournament, we gave it a decent go. If they get a win tonight, what a result that is.
Some interesting rotations of Portugal, because they've got Vincenzo Sousa Vasco Sousa on the bench. He's a really good player. So I'm surprised to not see him in the side tonight. I would have expected him to line up in that midfield alongside Dantas and Neves. Obviously, they have got some other really good players as well. Diego Moreira is one that I'm a massive fan of, has just joined Chelsea. Yeah. I know he's only 18, but still a really talented player.
Their midfield options are ridiculous. I feel bad for the manager that he can only start 3 of them, because you've got players like Paulo Bernardo.
He could start more, but that wouldn't really work.
No, it probably wouldn't.
Just 8 midfielders.
Yeah.
Good job,
It's a very good side, and England, we've got to be careful. We had a very different group stage to Portugal. We flew through. Yeah. It was easy. 3-2-0 wins.
We got nice with the group, didn't we?
Did,
I mean, Israel are a good side. Germany, the thing is, did we get nice with the group, or is it just that the big sides that we were drawn against didn't really do a lot? Because Germany have won 2 of the last 3 tournaments. They were in the final for the one they didn't win the last three tournaments. So they're clearly committed to doing well at youth level. Yet they've lost massively this tournament. They haven't won a game. They scored one. They got 1 point.
We were given a really poor Germany side.
Yeah.
Well, not poor on paper, it was brilliant, but in terms of actually playing,
and obviously Mukoko got injured, that didn't help them.
Israel, who are a good side, but I think we're better. I mean, it took them they took Georgia all the way to penalties last night.
It's very much the same side though that almost won the U19 Euros. They got to the final, didn't they? Played us in the final last year, so they are a good side. No surprise to see them pushing us in that match, and obviously they are through to the semis. And then we will face them if we are victorious tonight. So. Yeah, they're certainly not a bad side, Israel. Therefore, I think we did well to get out of the groups. And Czechia actually proved a lot bigger a problem than I thought they would. I thought Czechia were the easiest game, yet they did put up a good fight, and they did beat Germany. It's a shame that for them
and they drew Israel quite well. And that's what our eyes mind. Look, I know that was our first game of the tournament, but I look at the chances we conceded against Czechia. If we concede them tonight, we will be banging trouble.
Unless Trafford keeps making the amount of saves he is.
I mean, he's been absolutely brilliant. Standout player of the tournament so far. Absolute quality.
Well, one-off for England. We've had a lot of good players. But yeah. Gary Wise, welcome to the stream, by the way. Forgot to say hello, mate. But he's asked, how come you didn't make the England U21 squad, Harry?
Well, apparently I did. Lee Carsley did actually give me a call, but I missed the phone call.
All right. Yeah, busy. Need to stream it, actually. So I couldn't find a co-host. Had to stop and go.
There's always next year.
And the year after. But yeah, anything else to touch on them? We'll get into predictions in just a moment, because we have only 6 minutes till kick.
We touched on both teams, the spectacle of this quarter-final. I think we have to talk about what we saw last night and what we could expect from today and the game after this. Both games last night going to extra time, and
do you think there's a good chance we go extra time tonight?
I think definitely. You look at yesterday, as I said, the host Georgia knocked out on penalties to Israel. Both teams there pushed each other to the maximum. But it shows the lottery that penalties were. Georgia were the better team over that 120 minutes, but Israel won on penalties. But Peretz, brilliant penalty saver. So if we do get through to play Israel, let's not take it to penalties, because they're most likely going to win.
Yeah.
And in the other game, Spain versus Switzerland, again, brilliant game, 1-1 after 90 minutes, and Spain nicking it in extra time. Huge goal there, but again, it had to go to 120 minutes to find a winner in that one. We could see exactly the same thing tonight. Could we go to extra time? Could we need to go to penalties? Yeah,
I mean, that definitely is a possibility. I think the reason we're seeing more games go to extra time is that these are young, inexperienced players. They're desperate not to make a mistake. Yeah. So often they don't push hard enough, really, in games. So we are going to see two sides that come out quite defensive, I would say. I don't think either side will be too keen on trying to push too hard too early, because you don't want to risk throwing it all away, do you? So I think this game will go on for a while. I don't think we'll score first half. I think it is going to be decided mainly in the second half as legs start to tire, as subs start to get made. Though I could be proven wrong. England have started really fast in all their games. We scored 2 minutes into the Germany match.
I look at the Spain. I think the Spain-Switzerland game was a big teller of what happens, because in terms of squad depth, the game changed when Spain brought on players that were very good quality. Switzerland subs maybe not as good. Spain took the advantage. Tonight we have two teams who have very strong benches.
I don't think we have that strength in depth, which does worry me. We do have really good depth, but Portugal have equally good depth. So.
It's going to be a fantastic game. Very close
big spectacle.
Game.
Very excited for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Andorra's Revenge, welcome to the stream, by the way, asks, is it really on the UEFA app? You need to go to UEFA TV. It's really confusing, but yeah, if you search for UEFA TV either in your Google browser or whatever browser you're using, or in the Play Store, you should be able to find it. The App Store, whatever it's called.
iStore,
but,
yeah,
the iStore. Sure, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Specsavers. But yeah, it is on UEFA TV, not the same app as the Champions League sort of stuff is on it. Though they do have Champions League highlights on UEFA TV. It's a separate thing, but yeah, very confusing. Not a very great app, but if you want to watch the game, that is how you got to do it. And yeah, we are only a few minutes away from kickoff, so we will get into some predictions. Do need to get the game on as well. So predictions then. Do you want to kick us off so you can then go and set it up?
I think it's the toughest out of all the games we've watched so far, because in the group games there are all formalities to predict. I think we will nick it, but we are going to concede. I will go 2-1 England. We'll take the lead through Anthony Gordon. Portugal then level up with Pedro Neto, but then it will be a Cameron Archer winner off the bench in normal time towards the end of the game, but we will only need to go to 90 minutes. We'll get it across the line.
You just really don't want to go to extra time. You've got places to be.
After watching last night as a neutral, I don't want to be part of that as a fan.
Stressful, yeah. Fair enough. I am going to go 2-1 England after extra time. I think it'll be 1-1 in normal time. I will say I'm trying to think who will score. I think we'll open the scoring. I think we'll start as we usually do. We'll start the better side, and I think the goal will be from... Who starts? I'm going to go Anthony Gordon, crossed in from Noni Madueke along the floor. Anthony Gordon slots it home. And then for Portugal's goal, I'll go Fabio Silva. I think Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto and Fabio Silva, they should link up well. Both play for Wolves, both play for Portugal. Pedro Neto flying out the left-hand side, cuts it back to Fabio Silva. 1-0. And then as for the winner for England, I will say Cameron Archer in extra time. That'll be my prediction. But yeah, we are very soon underway here. Harry's just sorting out the UEFA TV app. But yeah, Guys Wyman says, I reckon a European team will win this. That's a very bold prediction, Gary. Europe have a lot of strong sides in the Euros. I think they should basically get it over the line. London came, big up England 3-1. Yeah, I'm sorry, big up lads, England 3-1. Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see it. That would be a crushing victory against a strong Portugal side, but I could definitely see it happening. And then, yeah, so basically that rules out Israel. Yeah, Israel, it's so weird what teams are able to play, because obviously it's down to who's in UEFA, not who's in Europe geographically, of course. But, yeah. Gonna be a good game tonight, hopefully. And yeah, we will be underway in just a moment, given UEFA TV works as intended. But yeah, strong lineup tonight, good 4-4-2. I mean, the graphic has it as Jones out wide, Madueke up front, Gibbs White out wide as well, Ramsey in the middle. It could be any amalgamation of those players across the pitch. It is a very strong team, though. I would expect it to be Gibbs White and Gordon up front together, Ramsey out wide, Jones in the middle, Madueke out wide, but again, a lot of these players can play a lot of different positions. They're very versatile, so we could see a little bit of rotation tonight amongst the different roles. But yeah, strong team. Hopefully we can claim another victory en route to the Euros, Euro 21. Well, win, hopefully. Would be nice to claim a bit of silverware. England obviously haven't won this competition in a good few years. I don't know if we've ever won it, actually. I'm going to have a quick gander. So, the last time England won it was... Never. We've actually never won the U21 Euros. So, obviously, we won the U19 Euros last year. A lot of you guys watched that with us. That was great. Beat Israel in the final there. We will match up with Israel again, Israel U21s, should we get to the final. To the semi-final. Should we win tonight, we will play Israel. So, that should be a good game on Wednesday if we can get there. But yeah, I will get the game up on my phone just in case the UEFA TV is not working. Again, UEFA, you've got the U21 Euros on and you've put it on an app that doesn't really work. Not great. But yeah. Hopefully the game is watchable. Hopefully the app is working. I will see if it's working on my phone so we can watch it. But yeah, should be a really good game, this. I have got it, by the way, so it's not... Well, it probably is a UEFA TV thing, but it's not unwatchable. But yeah, referee signals. Okay, there we go. Lovely. It is now working. Referee signals for the game to get underway. We all take a knee, or all the players take a knee in a stance against racism before the game gets underway here in Georgia. It's a stadium we're familiar with, having played here last Sunday in our match versus Israel. And we knock it back now, England, and that's a false start. Went before the ref blew the whistle. But yeah, England will get started in this quarter-final of the U21 Euros. The referee, having a little laugh and a joke, blows his whistle, and Angel Gomez will knock this back when he's ready, knocks it back and gets us underway here in Georgia. The England U21s are underway. Hopefully we can claim another victory here tonight. And we've started fast. Anthony Gordon chasing the ball to the corner, can't quite get it, out for a Portugal throw. Yeah, I think we need to start fast tonight. Obviously, we need to be wary that Portugal do pack a lot on the counter. But if we can get that early goal, settle the nerves a little bit, put the pressure on Portugal, I think that will benefit us massively, of course. Yeah. Lee Carsley, do you think he's done a good job so far?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of doubted his team selection at the start of the tournament, but
Is it just a matter, though, that it doesn't really matter how good you are because this squad is so talented?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know any other team that has most of the players playing top-flight football. Because while a lot of this Portugal side are incredibly promising talents, not many of them have got, started all season for Premier League.
These kind of competitions, you want to imagine it's more of a man motivator.
Yeah.
Much better man management. He's going to get the side, gearing and ready to go for a big
Gareth
game.
Southgate was an excellent manager for the U21s before obviously he got the job at the main team.
And Lee Carsley's done exactly the same with this team.
Ed Proctor, welcome to the stream. Is UEFA TV working? UEFA TV is working, or at least it is on our end. Hopefully you can access the game.
It is a bit of a strange app. It doesn't work. It is a bit faulty, but give it a few tries, hit refresh. That seems to have worked.
I'm really surprised UEFA haven't sold it to someone like Sky or BT or BBC or ITV even, because they would make more money from that, and it would be on a streaming service which actually works.
Yeah.
Rather than it being really difficult to actually watch the football. Yeah, Portugal now in possession. Now, the difference between a lot of the ties we've played and this Portugal team is obviously Portugal do really favour a possession style of play. They are very good on the ball. We've seen that in their games so far. So that is going to be difficult, obviously, to win the ball back. Though England have shown they are decent in the press when relied upon. And that is good from Levi Colwill to get in front of Fabio Silva. Aarons reverses it, though it's won well by the Portugal defender. Ball back up in the air, and again a good header from that number 5.
I think this will be our toughest game until the final.
Yeah.
Because I think if we get through, we know we can beat Israel. But if we get to the final, we've got Spain or France or Ukraine. I expect it to be France. They're playing later today. That France side looks very good. That Spain side looks very good. So yeah, this will be tough tonight, and we've got to make sure we can get.
I mean, on a side note, that sounds like a really exciting game.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for that game as a neutral. Obviously, it's not guaranteed that France go through.
No, Ukraine look very good.
It would be amazing for Ukraine if they could get through. They do have some very talented players like Mihailo Mudryk.
They're up there with it's only Ukraine, Spain, and England, who are still unbeaten in this tournament.
Yeah.
So not going to be easy for and France as well, obviously.
Yeah. They are the favourites, aren't they, France? Well, a lot of people are saying England are favourites. I would say France are favourites. They have a lot of very talented players.
They do.
England, of course, the only side that have won every game, I believe. Maybe France?
Yeah. I don't think France...
I think France may have drawn a game.
This is good football down the right-hand side.
Noni Madueke cuts inside, lays it really nicely into the path of Gibbs White, gives it to Gordon. Why is he? He's gone the wrong way. There's shot from Curtis Jones. It's wide of the mark. Fast start though from England.
Early chances like that though, you've got to test the keeper.
Gordon's touch here just lets him down a little bit. Madueke, great drive, lays into the path of Gibbs White, who finds Gordon well. Gordon, though, it's actually great defending from the number 16. He used his body really well, so Gordon can't turn at all. Forced back to Curtis Jones, whose shot isn't bad, but it's also not on target. But good start for England. Gary says, in the past, the broadcasters, BBC typically, were pretty consistent about picking up the U21 U19 rights. Not sure why it didn't happen with this tournament. Yeah, because we watched the U19 Euros last summer, and that was on the iPlayer.
But again, the U19 Euros this year is on UEFA TV.
So is it a thing? Is it UEFA TV wanting to move it all onto their platform?
Yeah, weird that one.
Could you see UEFA trying to do that long term? I mean, obviously they're going to have to build a site that actually works, but would it benefit them?
I'm trying to watch Champions League on this thing.
Would it benefit them to have their own TV channel? I personally don't see it
especially as... Especially with BT Sport changing to TNT Sports.
Do they think... Yeah. Just they get so much in TV rights, they would have to try and subsidise that with a lot of advertisements. Here's Angel Gomez.
Again, brilliant player. Angel Gomez, one of the players of the tournament. A lot of these England players are probably in the shout for player of the tournament.
Yeah. Madueke, Ghana. Ghana's also been one that's really surprised me because he's not playing his natural position. He played a game there for Everton at the end of the season. Sean Dyche asked him to do a job for him, and he certainly fulfilled that role. But it is interesting to see him in this tournament flourish in a position which he's not too familiar with.
Yeah, it has been very good, and he's keeping actual fullbacks out of the team.
Yeah,
I mean, you've got Max Aaron shifted to left back for tonight. You've got
Ben
Luke
Johnson,
Luke Thomas, Ben Johnson, all put onto the bench.
Very, very good players who have been dropped in favour of James Garner tonight. So testament to the tournament he's had, I would say.
Yeah.
Here's Max Aarons on the left-hand side then. England coming forward. Now it's out wide. Jacob Ramsey, one of the stars of the tournament, of course. Particularly good in that first game, that opening match against Czechia.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how we do tonight in terms of starting fast. We did not start fast against Czechia. It's completely opposite. We started very slowly and we're under a lot of pressure. But against Germany, Israel, we were on the front foot from minute one.
Yeah, as I said earlier, Germany, we scored within 2 minutes. So we haven't done that again tonight, but it would be ideal if we could score early. Joseph Ann, by the way, welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome. Great to see you.
I think the Czechia one was a bit of an anomaly. It was our opening game of the tournament. We weren't convincing.
No.
Since then we've looked absolutely brilliant, and so far tonight we've been the better. We've been on the front foot.
Because that's the thing with the U21s, they don't get a lot of minutes playing as a team. So often those opening games do provide a bit of a shock. I think that's why Netherlands started so slowly because they had a bad first game, and then from there they didn't really pick up any steam.
I think we had about 30 minutes, whereas we had about 45 minutes, whereas other teams did have a bad first game, a bad first 2 games.
Yeah.
No, he responded well. I think it does help also that most of our side gets regular minutes. Someone sitting on sides are either youth players or playing for lower
that's the
teams.
thing. They'll all get regular minutes at U21 level, but I think it's such a useful thing that a lot of our players start for, or at least are regularly involved in proper men's football in the Premier League as well. Because we've got Anthony Gordon, obviously plays quite regularly for Newcastle. Madueke is a Chelsea rotation player. We don't really know who starts for Chelsea. It's weird.
And Angel Gomez playing for Lost Hill.
He's played for Lost Hill for a good few years now as well.
Yeah.
Regularly involved in that first team. Gibbs White played pretty much every game. Was crucial for Nottingham Forest. Curtis Jones, key for Liverpool this season.
Even players like Cameron Archer, who've played nearly every single game for Middlesbrough this year, and the campaign where he got over 20 goals.
Yeah, won the ball hard at the pitch here, England. Great pressure, and here's Noni Madueke. Finds Ghana in a wide area. England coming forwards here, options in the centre. Nuno Tavares actually does a really good job of shuffling him out wide, and he's been forced off.
With Gordon in the middle and not Cameron Archer, we do miss that kind of... if we cross it in, we're not going to win the header.
Yeah, you use that attacking instinct. I found with Archer, his movement is so useful because he does make those runs for midfielders to pick out with the passes, which Gordon doesn't really do because he occupies wide areas really well, but he's not so great at getting that between the defenders and being able to receive that pass.
As we saw in the first game, though, Cameron Archer will be very key off the bench tonight.
Yeah. Do you think that's maybe why Carsley isn't starting him? Because actually his impact off the bench is greater than his impact off the start.
But I also think he's better than Gordon off the bench. And Gordon, obviously Gordon, he scored this tournament and he plays regularly.
He's a more senior player,
I
would say. Obviously started pretty much every game for Everton, and then he's moved to Newcastle where he's a bit more of a bit part player, but still a regular start.
Yeah. Being playing some very nice football. Portugal
I think what benefits England's national team so much as well is the strength of the men's national team.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, a lot of young players will just make that jump from U18s to the full team setup.
Yeah.
But for England, because we have such a strong national team, a lot of players are just having to play in the U21.
Yeah. But we've got players playing tonight that have played for the England men's team. Smith Rowe, Jacob Ramsey. Did Max Aaron get called up once?
Don't think so.
Yeah. But
Gibbs Whitehouse though.
Yeah, Gibbs White. There's quite a few players that have had a call up that are playing tonight or who have played in this tournament.
Levi Colwill should get an England national call up very soon.
Anthony Gordon.
Max Aarons. Taking him on-one here, Max Aarons. Forced back though to Levi Colwill.
There's a lot of question marks out where he's going to go next in this summer transfer window. Most likely leaving Norwich.
Yeah. Has been linked with a fair few clubs.
No, Jacob Ramsey's just quality.
Most notably Fulham, I believe, are the strongest. Oh, that's brilliant from Angel Gomez. Lovely turn.
He has been, for me, he's an underrated player.
Here's Jacob Ramsey driving forward. Huge tackle from João Neves. Probably Portugal's standout player is João Neves. Now Pedro Neto coming down this left-hand side. Yeah, lifted ball over the top, and Neves can't make an acrobatic makes an acrobatic attempt. Cannot bring the ball down, though.
Should have played him to his feet.
Yeah. Much easier pass on.
Let him come short, play to his feet rather than make him dangle his leg in the air.
Quite interestingly, Portugal are playing Conceição through the middle and Fabio Silva out wide right. Now, by trade, Fabio Silva is a striker, but I think he's been playing on the wing for PSV. Again, I'm not too familiar with how PSV play.
Football.
Coming forwards here, though, are England.
Huge
tackle there from Portugal.
We've got a decent bit of aerial threat as well, so this could be quite a good opportunity for us to take the lead.
Yeah, good defending there, Penetra. Quite an experienced centre-half, I would say. Played a lot with Famalicão this season and the season before. 29 appearances in the Liga Portugal this season, 30 the year before. So those type of players will be so key in tournaments like these. And yeah, gives White over this corner. Can he find delivery? Can England open the scoring here? Taking this time out this one, I think it's the ref unhappy with a lot of the argy-bargy in the penalty area. But the ball will now go in from Morgan Gibbs White. Not a bad delivery, though Gordon misses it and it's stopped by the first man.
That is an interesting attempted pass by James Garner.
A little over-eager there
to
spread it back out wide. And that does go sailing out into the crowd, I think.
Lee Carsley and Ashley Cole they got up in synchronised...
In synchronisation?
Yeah, in synchronisation, that's the one. Great.
Or just in sync, but yeah.
I think that does help as well, because you've got Lee Carsley, as we said, a great motivated, great man manager. But then you've got.
So he's going to know. He's going to have a tactical understanding of the 100%. Game, of course.
Then you've got Ashley Cole, who has made countless appearances.
Neto coming forwards here. Garner does well, but he skips past him. It's Madueke actually comes in and stops Pedro Neto. That's Portugal's first actual attack, though, and Madueke was caught there by Neto as he tried to dribble forwards.
He is not a right back by trade.
I do find it weird because Max Aarons, I would say, is one of the best young 1v1 defenders.
So when you've got James Garner, as I said, you're going up for 1v1 versus Pedro Neto, who's a very, very tricky winger. It's a bit of a mismatch there. And you've got Luke Thomas, you've got Ben Johnson. You don't really need to play him. It's a weird decision.
But Lee Carsley seems to really like him. So you can't really argue against the manager. If he trusts Garner in that role, then he trusts James Garner. And he's not had a bad tournament at all, so... I think it makes sense for those reasons why he starts tonight, but maybe for this individual match, he isn't the right fit for that position.
This is dangerous as it comes to the edge. It's fizz back.
Really nice effort. Side volley there to try and get it back in the area from Tiago Dantas. As we say, one of the stars of the tournament for Portugal.
First kind of spell of pressure from Portugal. But it was expected. They weren't going to sit back and watch England play football all game.
No. That would have been
trying to hold it
much
up.
too easy.
Dantas.
Tries to find Conceição to João Neves. This could go into the box, skips past one, puts it in. Fabio Silva flicks it on. Not dealt with by Garner, and that's a huge stop. Pedro Neto.
And again, we question James Garner. That could have been costly. But he doesn't. The problem is he doesn't know where Neto is. So as this ball comes in,
I think he is aware there. Look, but he tries to swing and clear it and misses.
It's headed. It's not. It's headed across by Fabio Silva, that is, and then as you say, Garner swings and misses the clearance, puts us under a lot of pressure. Huge save from Trafford once again.
It's a clumsy mistake.
Huge save. Ball in
headed away by Colwill, out as far as Tiago Dantas, and that's not come to anything. Fortunately, though, it's struck by Nuno Tavares. Unfortunately, it's Nuno Tavares who struck it, not anyone else.
On his weak foot as well. Good spell though for Portugal, starting to increase the pressure a bit.
Yeah.
But again, and Trafford again. We've talked about how good he's been this tournament. Once again, providing an absolutely outstanding save there. Really, really talented keeper. I'd expect to see him starting in the Premier League for someone next season.
Yeah, potentially. I think there'll be a lot of interest from the Championship. That we are aware, Luton Town, of course, looking at the young goalkeeper, probably taking in this magnificent performances that he's been putting in at the U21 Euros. Aarons, now Colwill. And it's Trafford. Gives it to Jones. Really good that from Curtis Jones. Now he finds Aarons. looking to progress the ball, and he does well actually to dribble past João Neves, then forced backwards though by the Portugal high press. Really interesting system this from Portugal. So when they press, they almost press as like a unit of 4. Both the midfielders go forwards. Here we've seen João Neves now drop in as England progress higher up the pitch. But a very interesting pressing system from Portugal. And here comes Morgan Gibbs White. Has Madueke has the wide option. Here is Noni Madueke. Players in the centre if he can find the right pass. Takes it past Tavares. Can't get the cross in though. Nuno Tavares has looked really good tonight of just dealing with Noni Madueke. He knows what Madueke is going to look to do. He's very much a traditional winger. Someone who likes to dribble, take players on 1v1, get it to the byline and cut it across. Tavares knows exactly what he's trying to do every time and has so far dealt with it well.
Yeah. Madueke is an interesting one. I mean, his outline numbers this tournament in terms of his goals and assists don't look too good. I mean, obviously he's yet to score. But I think he has just been brilliant with when he has the ball at his feet, but also off the ball. So I think that's why he started. Because I think you could ask the question, he hasn't scored yet, does he deserve to start? But I think everything else he does is superb.
It's interesting, obviously, as you say, those general statistics don't really catch the eye. But he is a player that does catch the eye when he plays, because he is an exciting player. He likes to pick up the ball, likes to take people on. And I think that does make him quite popular amongst fans, but also Lee Carter, we look at those underlying numbers, seeing the impact he has. And yet, to be fair, he has picked up 2 assists, I believe, in this tournament. So it's not like he's got bad numbers at all. But yeah, no goal yet. And that is a slight worry. He has missed a lot of big chances, Noni Madueke. And yeah, Portugal trying to come forwards there. It's the number 4, who is Samu, of course. Trying to drive the ball forwards there, couldn't quite manage it. But yeah, James Trafford very comfortable with the ball in his own penalty area at his feet, and Lee Carsley already looking down at his touchpad or his iPad.
I think all 4 coaches there have either got computers or note. I mean, I love how you got 2 of them on tablets, one on a computer, and Ashley Cole's got his good old fashioned piece of paper.
Nice traditional notebook. Yeah, you'll love to see it.
I mean, his wealth of experience must be key as well for Lee Carsley to have next to him.
Yeah.
Oh, just watching Angel Gomez play football is brilliant.
Tries an audacious ball over the top into Gibbs White. Gibbs White tries to bring it down, but was difficult to bring that one down.
Gibbs White again, fantastic tournament. 1 goal, 2 assists, I believe.
Yeah,
really strong showing so far.
So. Yeah, 2 assists in the Israel game. Hasn't got a goal yet though. Morgan Gibbs White. But yeah, obviously didn't feature at all in that game on Wednesday night against Germany. Was rested for that one.
I forget that Germany was our 3rd game of the tournament, our 3rd game of the group.
Yeah. Dantas prays it into Samu. The pass over hit though Ghana doesn't deal with it well, and here is Samu, finds Pedro Neto, and Neto will run at us now. Here comes Pedro Neto. Ghana needs to deal with this. Neto goes one way, goes the other. Madueke again stepping in to help out Ghana well there. Samu and Dantas knocks it back to his centre half. Here's Penetra. And Portugal just happy in possession for the moment. They looked like they were going to mount an attack there. Here is Samu, finds Pedro Neto, has Tavares ahead of him.
So
of course.
To say.
By trade, obviously, Nuno Tavares more of a wing back or a wide midfielder, but can be deployed at left back as he has been for Portugal. He does add a lot in that final third when he is given that licence to attack. João Neves, again, he's looked so good throughout this tournament, tries to take on a few players there with a dribble, thinks he's fouled by Jacob Ramsey, but nothing given by the officials. And now here come England, Jacob Ramsey sprays it out wide. Noni Madueke has time here, he takes it under his control. Gordon makes the wide run, tries to put it into the box, it comes off, hits into Tavares and then hits back into Gordon out for a goal kick. But again, this is where Anthony Gordon's movement is both good but bad, because he goes out wide, and while that gives Madueke more options, because there's no central striker, because Gibbs White can't run across at the pace he needs to, it means he doesn't really have that central option. So Gordon then picks up the ball, he's crossing to no one because he's the striker.
Gone there a bit too forceful and trying to win the header and concedes a free kick. He's not had a great first 20 minutes here, James Garner.
No, he's looked a little bit lost, I have to say. Which is interesting because he's looked quite good throughout the rest of this tournament. But yeah, just a little over eager there. I think it's the elbow that catches Samu. And some amateur theatrics there from Samu, but he's won himself a free kick.
Bit of a drama coming in there, but
yeah,
he felt it. I'm not surprised he's gone down there.
It's an elbow at the end of the day.
Gordon brings it down. Oh dear.
The touch there really lets him down, Anthony Gordon. I don't know what he's complaining about. It was his control that lost the ball.
If rather than trying to control it, he tried to control it, but also play with the ball. He should have just brought it down and then tried to move around.
João Neves knocks it back now. We need to learn the name of that Portugal left centre half because he's been involved frequently tonight. Andre Amaro. Looks quite a good player to be fair. He's had a very good season at Vitória de Guimarães.
So I was trying to force it through there. That's a bit of a slightly ball for England. It's
in between Aarons and Colwell, and Fabio Silva put the pressure on, but Colwell, cool, calm, collected, composed all the words beginning with C. And this is brilliant. Levi Colwell driving England forward.
He's going to need some options because he's now stuck in the corner.
But I think he's won a throw.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely insane from Levi Colwell. So good at carrying that ball forwards.
He'll take his time and getting back so he can have a bit of a rest.
But yeah, very impressive player, Levi Colwell. You can see why Chelsea are keen to get him to sign on, why Liverpool and Man City are keen to try and pry him away from Chelsea. Bellis. Jones now knocks it out wide. Here's Ramsey. Struggled to really have much of an impact tonight, Jacob Ramsey. I've not really seen him on the ball in the first 20 minutes, have to say. Here's James Garner. A lot of the play has been focused down that right-hand side on Noni Madueke. But now Ramsey. Could he do something with the ball? Goes back to Jones. And Gordon. I think Jones was looking for that run from Anthony Gordon. Gordon made a run, but Jones didn't think he could find him with a pass. Thought better of it. England being forced further and further back now by that Portugal press. No options really emerging. And here is Jacob Ramsey. And now Garner sprays it out wide. And Madueke receives it to feet, looking to do something. Portugal just very regimented at the moment. They've got about 8 men behind the ball. And they are just waiting, hoping England make a small mistake that they can pounce on. And a little over-eager there from Conceição. And the ref waves on advantage, to which Conceição then complains. But I don't think he can have too many complaints. That was over-eager from the young Portuguese player.
Yeah.
Young Porto winger. Here is Curtis Jones. And now Garner. And he finds Howard Bellis. Nice pass out wide to Jacob Ramsey. To Max Aarons. Tries to find Jacob Ramsey. Does now find Jacob Ramsey into Anthony Gordon. Gordon takes aim. And it's a very difficult angle. But he does get the shot on target. Not bad from England. Very encouraging play there.
Best chance they are for that.
But
much better football.
Going to be frustrated that this isn't in a better position, but a great pass. Jacob Ramsey fighting away for the ball. Good ball into Gordon. Gordon, he's done all he really could. Maybe put a bit of height, a bit of power on that. Then you never know. Either goes in or a deflection, or he parries it to give to White potentially, but does well from that position.
Better football.
Yeah, very encouraging football.
But in an even game like this, chances like that, you never know.
Penetra flicked on by Samu. Fabio Silva, thankfully for us, his head back isn't great. There, and Portugal throw. Carsley slows them down there by not giving Tavares the ball with much haste. And Dora's Revenge asks, why isn't Smith Rowe playing? That is a very good question. Again, no answer really. Carsley, it's been weird how he's used Smith Rowe intermittently. Obviously, he got subbed on in that first game, and he came on and scored. And then he started the second game against Israel, where I would say he actually looked worse than that game did in the first one. And then, was he involved against Germany?
No.
I don't think so. So most people thought he was rested for tonight, but not involved tonight either, yet.
No.
But maybe he saw the impact that Smith Rowe had in the first game, Lee Carsley, and goes, well, if we can use him off the bench tonight, that's where he has the most impact. And I think it would be very difficult to bench Jacob Ramsey, or to bench Noni Madueke to get Smith Rowe into this side. So, yeah. Hope that answers your question, Andora's Revenge.
Colwell didn't take the goal kick here. Trafford not really feeling it.
I don't know.
That is a...
But yeah, here is Gibbs White.
He's just brilliant, isn't he?
Madueke wants to run at them again. Noni Madueke. Gibbs White. Gomez. Jones. This is a nice play. Slows down a little, but here now is Max Aarons. Tries to find Gibbs White. Gibbs White won the ball.
No,
that is not a foul. The player went down off his own accord, referee.
Poor decision. Poor decision. We're in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gibbs White fuming.
Rightfully so.
He's already on the floor.
It's the number 13, the right back Ferreira. He falls over.
He was stumbling around. He looked drunk.
Gibbs White doesn't need to go in for that because Ferreira's going down anyway. And actually, because he tries to go and win the ball earlier than he was going to, the ref's giving it as a free kick. But the player went down well before Gibbs White was anywhere near him.
Yeah.
Penetra. Now João Gomez. Not João Gomez, João Neves, sorry. Again, such a talent, João Neves. Very impressive in this tournament, especially given he is very young, only 18. And he's playing amongst players that are 5 years older than himself. And he looks incredibly comfortable.
He has looked good. He has looked very good.
Now Amaro. Back to Penetra. And that's a nice lifted ball in behind for Conceição. This gives Max Aarons something to think about. Conceição
panicked.
His cross into the box is poor. Not that he had any options in there anyway.
He didn't look like Steve in the box and he just lashed at it and hoped he'd get there.
He was more looking to try and keep it on the pitch.
Yeah.
It was very close to going off, to be fair, but yeah, not a real attempt at a cross that.
No. Garner brings it down well. That's why this is why he's playing though, because going forward he's quite good.
Yeah.
And it has been pulled back for an England free kick. I think it's just Tavares a bit over eager to win the ball back there.
Last 5 minutes, we started to have a bit more of an attacking intent, though still no real chance of quality. Obviously, Gordon's was a chance that not really going anywhere. Very wide, the angle he had to shoot at.
Yeah, I think the best opportunity probably come for Pedro Neto, forcing that big save out of Trafford after Garner's error.
Here is James Trafford. Just taking his time in possession, under no pressure really. Now Portugal will run after.
We don't seem very intent on moving the ball quickly.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Because if we can draw the pressure here and then attack, the Trafford takes a little bit of too long about this. We've played out of it just
that
about.
Was very close.
Very risky.
And
now we're going for it
again. It. I thought he just lost
the ball.
It's
blocked by one of the defenders. Pour that from Tavares. Now Gordon. Can he hold it up? Releases Madueke down his right-hand side. England now on the counter-charge.
Big chance.
Players he can pick out in the box. Gordon gives it to Jacob Ramsey. He's trying to square it. A couple questionable decisions there from a number of players. Maybe Gordon could take a shot, shifts it out wide to Ramsey. Maybe Ramsey should shoot. He tries to square it and cleared away by Penetra.
That was the right decision there to play it out wide.
I'm just questioning whether maybe Ramsey takes a shot there.
I think the angle's too tight. I think that's why he squares it. He sees Gibbs White open and the angle's quite close.
Yeah, man, I think he should fake pass and then finish it past the goalkeeper.
That was a big touch from, I don't know which defender it was, but huge touch there, but that was a certain goal.
I think it was Penetra, I'd imagine, on the right hand side.
But again, another big chance for England.
Howard Bellis. And now Trafford. Back to Howard Bellis.
Especially after a bit of a scare at the other end. Nearly losing the ball there, Trafford.
But that is what we've got to do. We've got to soak up that pressure and then spring a counter-attack. Because if not, when we try and play it slowly, you see here, Portugal, they drop back in numbers. They've put everyone behind the ball.
Yeah.
So by actually inviting that pressure, what England do is create themselves an attacking opportunity. But it is a risky strategy. João Neves, surely. That is a brilliant tackle. Could have no complaints about that, I would say. Very eager to win the ball, João Neves.
I thought it was a horrific crime. Dantas.
Yeah, Neves certainly one that Benfica will be looking to shift for north of 50 million, like they do with a lot of their talents. Nuno Tavares, in the seasons to come, of course. Still big only tackle. 18.
Huge tackle from Angel Gomez there to stop that crossing from Samu. Huge tackle, went flying in.
And you'd imagine it would be Pedro Neto to take this. That is a magnificent challenge, because missed time, that could be a nasty one. That could easily be an early card and a good area for a free kick. But he times it well, knocks out of play, and it's now only a corner for Portugal.
Half an hour gone. Yet to see the deadlock broken. As we say, Portugal, good chance for this corner. Look, their corners have gone very deep and ended up with Dantas at the back post.
Neto lifts it in the area, headed away by Harwood Bellis.
Again, it's kind of someone in the
Struck
area.
by Penetra, I believe. No, Ferreira. Dantas. Here is Conceição. Could put this into the box. Goes to Neves. Now Dantas. Here is Ferreira. Now Amaro. And it's Tavares. Portugal look really good though. Portugal do look really good. I would say that we've had that better chance. It's hard because that Neto chance was really good as well. But both teams having chances. But we have created more, I would say, England have. Hopefully we can keep this up.
Yeah, hopefully. Flag up on the far side.
Third of the way through this match now though.
Yeah, Fabio Silva was definitely offside. Not that the ball reached him.
And to be fair, this aligns with a lot of what we said in the build-up. It's going to be a bit of a cagey affair for the first half. Don't expect to see a goal in the first 45 minutes, as there will be nerves and there will be a little bit more defensive intent. Here comes Noni Madueke though, looking to break that deadlock, and he's tried to place one in the far corner, but it's a shot that doesn't do any real trouble. Doesn't trouble the goalkeeper in any way. But yeah. Dylan W and MUFC both ask, how can we watch this? What channel and where do we watch this game? It is on UEFA TV. Simply search into your browser UEFA TV or search into your app store UEFA TV and you'll be able to find it. But yes. We are 30 minutes in here. England have looked the better side.
It's been a close one. It's not been easy. We didn't expect it to be easy. Portugal, very good side. I'd like to think that if we can get a goal for half time, that would be big, but we've got to ensure we don't concede too, because they've had their fair share of chances as well.
Yeah. Ghana.
Does it now look like the Fabio Silva's shifted out to this left-hand side? Neto's gone through the
middle.
middle.
Very fluid, isn't it? I noted Conceição moving out wide right and Fabio Silva returning to the middle, but now it looks like they've rotated again. So
it's interesting.
Keen to keep them guessing.
So maybe they rotate like every 15 minutes.
Yeah. Potentially so. And we see here Levi Colwill implementing something which he was taught at Brighton this season by Roberto De Zerbi. Putting those studs on the ball means he can invite the pressure of the forwards without risking really losing the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, very smart. From Levi Colwill. Amaro. Now it is with Ferreira, the right back. And he just, again, it's very pump it long for Portugal. They're not.
Everything's been the same in
James
this,
Trafford there.
Competition. Look at Germany, who was just kick it long. Israel was just kick it long to Turgeman.
Yeah.
And Czechia was just kick it long and hope you can get through on goal, which they did a few times, but kept missing.
Yeah. Duncan Spencer, welcome to the stream. All right, boys, long time no speak. Welcome back,
Ramsey,
Duncan. Though now England coming forwards, Madueke gives it to Gibbs White across the box. Anthony Gordon, and there we are. There's the opener for England, and this is what we were saying. That's all it takes is to just get the ball in the right sort of area and then put the cross in. It's how we played this whole tournament, getting the ball into wide areas, getting those cutbacks, and we've done it again there. Gibbs White knocks it back for his third assist of the tournament, and Anthony Gordon adds another goal. Great performance so far from England, and there we finally have the goal. It's England 1, Portugal 0 in this U21 Euros quarter-final. But yeah, Madueke lays it. It's such well-timed pass because it was so close to being offside, but Madueke through to Gibbs White, knocks it into the path of Anthony Gordon, who tucks it away well. Yeah. Frustration for the Portugal defenders because how was Anthony Gordon unmarked there, but fortunately for us, he was, and now it's England 1, Portugal 0.
I mean, all starts, win the ball back in the midfield, Ramsey driving forward, finds Madueke out wide, who does what he does best, gets to the byline, cuts it back, Gordon's there, brilliant finish, 1-0.
Yeah. And
I said we need that, it'd be great to get to break the deadlock before half time. We've done that.
Keep us fuming.
If we can now get a second, that would be brilliant.
Portugal goalkeeper is absolutely seething with what he's in there, and there is a check here, I think, or no, something's going on. I think it was. There's no VAR. No. Okay. I think the referee's just having to deal with protests from the Portuguese players.
Gordon, first goal in this tournament. finally.
Is it?
I didn't think it was.
I thought he scored the other night.
Yeah. I think they've got that wrong. I think Guayfer got that wrong.
I'll double check. But yeah, I'm fairly sure Gordon.
No, he definitely scored.
He scored against Israel. Yeah. And he got an assist against Czechia, so he's had a good tournament so far.
That graphic's wrong, that's his second goal.
Yeah. But it's a positive and negative, I'd say, to see that England don't really have a top goal scorer. Because it's good that we don't rely on one player, but it does reflect poorly on our forwards that no one's really scored loads. To be fair though, Anthony Gordon now, with that being his second goal, goes joint level at the top of the scoring. So actually no one scores loads.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there'd be a striker on 5. I mean, if you look back at previous seasons, the top goal scorers tend to finish on quite a few. I mean, I saw today a list of all the top goal scorers in history. Obviously last year was a young French striker whose name I can't remember, the last tournament 2 years ago. But I know obviously Fernando Torres is a famous example of someone who scored took top goal.
Equally, I guess if a team gets to the final, you'd like to think that one of your players would probably get 4, 5 or 6.
Yeah, so the French striker that France didn't get to the final in the last edition of the tournament, yet it was that French striker who scored. They got the top goal scorer. Yeah, Avril Ruiz currently the top scorer in the tournament, though he is level with the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe and now Anthony Gordon after that goal.
Yeah, and now we're in a position where we can try and take control.
Yeah. Angel Gomez, if we could get a second before half time, that would be very nice.
And if we get it's a long way back for Portugal now. If we get a second, it's an even longer way back.
Yeah. Clearing amongst the stream, what's the England lineup? Pretty much the same as what we usually play. Trafford in between the sticks. Garner, Howard-Bellis, Colwill and Max Aarons. In the pivot, across the 4, Madueke, Gomez, Curtis Jones and Jacob Ramsey. Front 2 of Gibbs White and Gordon. But yeah, no Smith-Rowe, probably the biggest omission from the lineup.
We can't get too comfortable though in the position we are now, because we saw how last night Spain took the lead through Sergio Gomez, although it did take them a lot longer to break the deadlock. But then they were drawn back level in the 91st minute by Switzerland. So we can't rest on our laurels, no matter how long's left in the game.
There's no room for complacency in knockout football.
Absolutely not.
No matter the score.
Because the last thing we want in our tournament, is we don't want to go extra time penalties. That's more games, more.
Yeah.
Players will be a lot more tired, especially in a tournament where there's.
It's messy at the back for Portugal, but Tavares clears it. We came forward there really well, and Anthony Gordon fighting for the possession, but couldn't get through.
It could be a big thing.
Dantas to Neto. Sorry to cut you off, but here come Portugal. Garner gets caught out again, though well back there. Curtis Jones comes and wins possession. Nice bit of skill, gives it to Garner, and we can play out of it. Lovely football from England to play out here. Here is Curtis Jones. It's great to see how comfortable these young lads are playing the ball around pretty much in their own penalty area.
But I feel like with the knockout games, it is quite a big thing whether you go to extra time penalties or not.
Yeah.
Because right now it might not be, but for Israel, they've played 3 group games in
Madueke gets caught, tries to take a quick free kick. Ref not content.
They've played 3 group games in very quick succession and then played 120 minutes plus penalties, and then they've got to play a semi-final in 6 days. For us, if we only play 90 minutes here, we've just played 4 games and then we've got a 6-day rest.
Yeah.
Well, not rest, but time off. We don't play a game.
It is a rest, really, though, isn't it?
And it'd be nice to get the game done quicker here, because I think bring on the subs, rest of the big players.
Yeah. No need to risk injuries or anything, any silly cards and stuff like that.
No, not at all.
And yeah, obviously we only have a 3-day rest. We've got a game on the Wednesday if we are to progress tonight. We'll play Israel. Join us, same time, same place.
Oh yeah, finals in 6 days, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
7 days next Sunday.
That even backs up my point of this on Saturday, isn't it? The final.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That backs up my point even further. Israel have played 180 minutes. They've got to play in 3 days' time. If we can only play 90 here and we can rest our big players after 60, that's a massive help. Massive help.
Indeed.
It'd be nice to get through tonight, obviously, especially with our clean sheet record intact. James Trafford in goal. If he can go 4 games in a knockout tournament without conceding, that's pretty solid. Very solid.
Yeah. We have to look really good. Duncan Spencer asks what happened in Chelsea, why they're selling all their players. A mixture of dealing with financial fair play regulations and, well, we've got a squad of 40-odd players, which doesn't fit into the 25 permitted by the Premier League registration. So, yeah. Portugal coming forward here. Fabio Silva tries to get a shot away. Samu now on the edge of the area. And now England could win it back and could counter. Jacob Ramsey. João Neves, though, wins the ball back so well. Apparently that's a foul, but I think that's a little harsh on João Neves. But he's been impeccable.
As soon as it goes light on that. A few contentious fouls given by the referee there. That's alright. Just a collision there.
But here's the one from Neves. He does clip, to be fair, Jacob Ramsey. Does clip
that
him.
angle was much better than the other one.
Yeah.
5 minutes left of the half. We can get one more. That would be lovely. Puts us in a very, very strong position. Colwell, a bit audacious.
Hospital ball. In between the two players, really.
He could have at least found one of them. Portugal draw a bit of the ball. I think they can get on the ball and they can then cause problems. We've got to make sure they don't have too much of it. But equally, they want to knock it around the back all day. That's fine by us.
Amaro.
I think we're now they have to come on to us, and that's brilliant because we'll just hit them on the counter.
Ferreira into João Neves, who drives inside. He's looked so good tonight, Neves, and he's causing England problems once more. And a free kick in a good position.
Really well. He's done really well there.
Sergio Conceição there, the one driving it forwards.
Gomez conceding the foul. Chance.
Keep calling him Sergio Francisco Conceição. It's not the Portugal manager.
Yeah, Gomez just knocking him off balance there.
Yeah.
Considered a foul.
And it's the quick change direction from Conceição that earns the free kick.
Good area this for Portugal though. Could do something for this. Trafford sorting out his wall. Pedro Neto is the one over it. As I said, quite a decent shooting range. You know, this should be put on target really. Maybe even test James Trafford.
Yeah, I mean, if Portugal need a way back into this game, there certainly is an opportunity which they would be keen to take if they can.
Dantas also a bit further out. I thought it was not that far out, was it?
I didn't think so, but
if Pedro Neto hits it there, that is well over.
Yeah,
I thought it was a lot closer than that.
He's going to claim the win took that, but just a poor effort really from Pedro Neto.
Bit of bump in the grass as he ran.
And the Portugal manager looks very worried for his job, probably. But
well, I don't know. I think
no, they don't tend to sack U21 managers too easily.
No, because they changed the squad changes rather than the manager.
Yeah,
because this won't be the same Portugal squad next year. I think it does make an interesting point. Because this is under-21's England side. Some of them would have been part of the under-19s side that won the Euros last year. England didn't qualify for this year's under-19s.
I was surprised by that because we are strong.
But is it a bit of a concern maybe going on into the future? Because that under-19s team will probably be our under-21s team going forward.
No. One bad year doesn't necessarily mean that we're in for a bad national team or whatever, because we still have a good team before that. We still have a good team now. So it's annoying because it means we don't get to string or don't get to cover the U19 Euros. But World Cup is it this year? Because it was Euros last year. Yeah.
What? No, U19 is Euros.
Is it?
They have a Euros every year. Jacob Ramsey down injured here. Hopefully he's alright.
Yeah. Ref will go over and have a look. It's interesting the U19 Euros because there are only 8 teams, aren't there? So it's not a massive competition, which is a shame. Just gets he gets stood on there by Conceição. A couple of studs to the ankle, which is never appreciated. But he goes down and keeps trying to jostle for the ball, and then he gets stamped on by Conceição. No intent there, but
I was saying.
Caught Jacob Ramsey quite horribly, and England will graciously pass it back to Portugal. Venetra. And now Amaro. And Nuno Tavares. 1-2 with Dantas and back to Amaro. It's actually between the two centre-halves. Penetra will go and recover it though. And a ball over the top from Penetra. Looking for Pedro Neto. James Garner does well.
Garner?
I don't know, he did what he needed to. Stop Neto getting the ball.
He looked like he headed it forwards.
Dantas.
Good.
Tavares. Puts through the legs of Garner. Still going Tavares. João Gomez then puts in the challenge. Still going. Somehow Tavares falls for Thiago. Dantas should finish.
Big block.
Huge block
And
from Harwood Bellis. And now Gibbs White is powering forwards for England. This is a great opportunity. He tries the ball in behind.
Ball should have been better.
Tries the ball over the top and it just hasn't come off there. Huge header though.
Big chance that wasted. Big chance.
And now Portugal will look to come the other way quickly. Here is Pedro Neto, though England with a lot of bodies back. And the ref will blow the whistle before they can go anywhere. A big climax to the end of that half though, but we go into the break. 1 goal to the good. It's England 1, Portugal 0. A good performance in the first 45 here in Georgia. Good performance. Goal obviously from Anthony Gordon. And yeah, we lead going into the break. We're doing well so far. Hopefully we can keep this up. Duncan says in chat, Conor Gallagher, what a player. Yeah, I mean, he is a good player, but he hasn't done well for Chelsea. Probably going to leave the club this summer. Probably going to, well, Dortmund are linked heavily with him. Wouldn't be surprised if he makes the move there. Obviously, he's in excess of Bellingham in Dortmund. Wouldn't be surprised if they replace Bellingham with Gallagher, though obviously a lot older. Yeah, well, look good so far. I do have a couple fears because I think Portugal are a very good side and have looked good in this game, but England have definitely been the better of the two. And some very promising signs. We're continuing in the same way we have throughout this tournament. We're playing a really nice brand of football. We're really rolling over teams with quite a lot of confidence. We're playing some really nice stuff, and hopefully we can keep this up into the second half. I would like to see us get this game done early, as Harry has mentioned throughout this game. It is useful in knockout competition to get players to get games done early, so then we can rest players. Even the players that are on the pitch, we can, they don't have to go to the full 120 or something if we go into extra time. So nice to get the game done early. Then we can start bringing on some subs, take off the more key players, and rest them up for that semi-final on Wednesday night. But yeah, if we do get through, we will be live on Wednesday, of course, for England versus Portugal. Not Portugal, that's the game today. England versus Israel will be on Wednesday. Israel, of course, we already faced last Sunday. That was an interesting game. Obviously, Israel are a decent side, but we are probably the stronger of the two. So if we get through tonight, we should have a fairly nice game on Wednesday, and then the final is on Saturday. But yeah, it's not been the best of game, but we are winning, so I'm happy. I disagree, Joseph. I think it's been quite an exciting game so far. Chances at both ends. Quite a hard-fought game. Very contentious game. A lot of challenges going in. We've seen a lot of fouls. But yeah, been quite a good game so far. But yeah, I guess not many goals. Very happy that England have got the advantage, because I do think this will be a difficult game as it goes on. And yeah, Portugal are a strong side. There is no doubting that for a second. But yeah, I am glad we are winning. Hopefully we can keep that up. But yeah, a couple of replays here then. This is of the goal. Of the early chance. It's a very similar move, and I think we started to see this. So Noni Madueke coming on this right hand side gives it, or feeds it through to Gibbs White, who finds Gordon, though Gordon has to turn around, gives it to Curtis Jones, who takes a shot. Very similar to the build-up play which led to our goal. Gibbs is Madueke coming down the right side, gives it to Gibbs White, or plays it through to Gibbs White, who then cuts it back. It's how we've played scored a lot of goals in this tournament. Similar sort of phases of play, but here Gordon, he wasn't facing the right direction, had his back to goal. The defender did really well actually to make sure he couldn't turn in that position, and then he had to give it back to Curtis Jones, whose shot wasn't great. But a very similar phase of play to how we got our opener 30 minutes later. And yeah, Curtis Jones, it wasn't a bad effort, quite a lot of bodies in the way. Probably could have done better with it though. And yeah, that was the first time the Portugal goalkeeper was running against defence. Certainly wouldn't be the last time. But yeah, here then was that Pedro Neto chance. So João Neves, again, has been the most exciting player. Very energetic, very enigmatic for Portugal. He puts the ball into the box, flicked on by Fabio Silva. who did really, really well to flick it on. Pedro Neto then at the back post, should have no right to get to this ball, but Garner fluffs the clearance. Pedro Neto takes shots to the near post, blocked, saved well by James Trafford. Another great example of James Trafford using his tall frame to his advantage, getting right down to the bottom corner there to make a strong save. But yeah, that was the only time we've really given them any chance. And yeah, João Neves has certainly been part of everything good for Portugal tonight. It was his great ball in, flicked on by Silva. Could have been a goal. Fortunately, big save from Trafford. But that was really their only chance. And yeah. Welcome back, by the way. We're seeing that replay again. A good technique from Neto, to be fair.
Trafford's just been immense.
He has throughout the tournament, but in this game as well. But yeah.
He's like a brick wall in all 4 of our games.
This is another chance for Gordon. He's had a couple tonight. And it took him a while before he eventually found that goal. But this one, understandably, he missed it. It's good for Max Aarons. He manages to slot it through to Ramsey, who plays it through to Gordon. And a tough, very difficult angle. Was forced wide by Penetra. Sorry, by Amaro.
Yeah. Again,
understandable. He couldn't shoot. Really couldn't score from that.
Of our game, we looked very strong. Back 4 have been brilliant. We looked very, very solid defensively, but going forward, we've just got so much creativity. It all just works together. Madueke, Ramsey, Gibbs White, Gordon. It is just quality. With fullbacks and they push on helpful. And Angel Gomez, the way he's dictated the play today has been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And he slows it down when he needs to. He takes his time. He's very confident with the ball. He don't mind people closing him down. But he's got his range of passing. He can just.
You can see the experience in Liga and that first team experience with Los Lille that really plays a huge part. And he's a very composed midfielder. He's someone I've not really seen much of.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm not the biggest viewer of Liga, but yeah, he's really excited me throughout this tournament. Here was that goal then, really well taken by Gordon. I'm going to take a break if that's alright. Back in a moment, guys.
Didn't actually realise at the time that it was Noni Madueke who cut. He didn't actually. I thought he was the one cut it back. No, he played it into Gibbs White. Gibbs White was the one who then cut it back to Gordon, and brilliant finish. Another assist for Gibbs White. 3 assists this tournament. He has been brilliant. The creative spark in this team, linking up with Jacob Ramsey and Noni Madueke and giving Gordon his second goal of the tournament. Huge goal. Could be crucial come the end of this tie. So yeah, I mean, very, very strong half from us. We've looked very solid, but we've still got to be careful of the Portuguese threat. They're still a decent side, cannot afford to be complacent. And if you've got any thoughts on the first half or the second half, make sure to let me know, put them in the chat so we can talk about it. But yeah, no, keep doing what we're doing. We're playing well, but we're putting under pressure. Keep doing what we're doing, get another goal. If we can score 1 or 2 more, we put this game to bed. We're then in cruise control from there. But one in a quarter-final is never a nice situation. Well, it's a nice situation to be in, but it's not easy. Never easy to be in this situation. Cannot afford to rest on our laurels. We have to keep performing to the standard that we've set so far, and let's not drop it, because we've been brilliant. We have been really good, and I think we win tonight. We will then face Israel on Wednesday. We know we can beat Israel. Then we're looking at the final, and France, Spain, or Ukraine. 3 very good sides. Whoever we would face if we got there would be a difficult game. But looking at the way we play football, looking at this England team, how good it is, the quality we possess, I think we can beat anyone. And I really do think we should be winning this championship. Really. But who knows, a lot can change. And tonight is definitely not over. As I said, we're only halfway there. We've only done half the job. So we cannot afford to sit back and relax. Portugal, they haven't played badly, and they've got to remember that. Neto's had a chance. They've played decent football in passages. The midfield 3, we thought they'd look good. They have looked good. Samu, Dantas, and I can't remember his name now. Oh, that is poor. But yeah, no, they've looked brilliant in the midfield. Really, just I feel like it's hard for them. They're very good midfielders. It's a very talented midfield. But England are also very talented in that section of the pitch. But they've played well. They've created a few chances. Tavares down this left does not look too bad at all. The front three it's been random. It's rotated round really weirdly. Something that I didn't expect. At kickoff, we've seen Fabio Silva, Pedro Neto, and Francisco Conceição all rotating round, all taking turns to be the main man through the middle, switching flanks, trying to confuse the England defence. So that's a point that could have a part to play as this game continues. But strong showing from both sides, but I mean strong support as well for both clubs. A lot of England fans, a lot of Portugal fans making the trip out to Georgia to see these young sides play. Watching the up and coming stars, the stars of the future. We could see some of the players who's playing tonight, and we probably will see some of the players playing tonight push on to play for their national teams. This is a big tournament for everyone involved, and it's great to see. Even if the England men's team can't win something, the Lionesses have been winning and look brilliantly, and our youth teams have looked solid. But as I said, we're not there yet. Still a long way to go in this game, and Portugal have hardly been out of this game, so they've still definitely got something to bring. But also, where you look at the benches, they've got a strong bench, but it's not the best, I suppose, in the attacking department. We've still got strong attackers to bring on. We can rotate our defence around. We've even got midfield options, so we are in a very, very comfortable position.
Yeah. Well, only a couple minutes now until that second half gets underway. Hopefully, we can maintain this performance.
I'd say I'd like another goal or two. I mean, we've won every game 2-0 so far, so if I was a gambling man, that would be my prediction before kick-off. I did say 2-1. I thought we'd concede. I still think we could. I said Portugal would equalise at some point. They're a good side. Let's not underestimate them.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I mean, they're ready to go. They're ready to cut the tunnel. They've got a point to prove. They've got 45 minutes to stay in this competition. England have got 45 minutes to progress. There is also going to be a change, I believe, for Portugal. Yes, Paulo Bernardo is going to be coming on in the midfield.
That does give us something to think about then, doesn't it?
It does, but I do find that strange because I've been talking about how I think the midfield three for Portugal has been very, very solid.
Yeah, but Paulo Bernardo is a pretty good player.
He is a very good player. I'm surprised he didn't start, to be fair. I'll be intrigued to see.
He hasn't really started at all.
Yeah, Lee Carr's then a chat with Emil Smith Rowe there. Could we see him introduced to the game? Maybe not half time, but at some point in the second half.
He'll be keen to keep him happy.
Yeah,
because he is a really good player, of course. So to keep him,
so far we're lucky to have no injuries this tournament. That could change. As I said, a lot of pressure on these players playing like every 3 days.
Look at Germany; their tournament was completely torn apart when Moukoko got injured in the first game. And that was very much over for their tournament because he is their main player. But I do think no matter who's injured, unless it's James Trafford, we should be able to replace them adequately, I would say.
Yeah, and if not, we've got Carl Rushworth and Josh Griffiths.
I was going to say Josh Griffiths. Both could step up. Both could do a job for us. But
hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Same starting 11 for England coming out in this second half. Lee Carsley having a joke around one of the players. Beautiful moon evening in Georgia.
Evening. Yes.
Very
vivid orange moon, isn't it?
That's the same. I thought it was the sun for a minute.
Yeah, come on, let's get more goals, says Chelsea fan. It's really coming home.
Paramount ready to come on. Who will he replace is my question. My guess would be not Dantas because he's so.
Can't be Dantas for me. It can't. If it's João Neves, that is very silly. Unless it's a system change, I'd imagine it's Samu.
Probably Selton Bai couldn't have done much for the England goal.
No, and he has been very upset with his defence throughout the game.
I think he's fuming. But that's a good thing. Are Portugal going to make this change? The player's ready to go. Full official's going to check he hasn't got anything he shouldn't have.
I'm trying to see if he's actually got shin pads.
And not like blades or anything.
Well, no, to be fair, it didn't look like he had any in, but he does have shin pads.
And we still await to see who Bernardo's going to come on for. Gibbs White, as I said, taking his tally up to 3 assists now for the tournament. Curtis Jones has been instrumental.
Very much been in his creative best. I think actually he's playing one of those two strikers he's almost like a false nine creator from the front line, and Gordon's been the finisher really.
It is Samu to come off, by the way, because João Neves is on the pitch.
Samu could be on the pitch to come off.
I do not know what we're waiting for. Here we go. The board's finally going to go.
That's the fourth off. The lino was taking a shit.
Oh, he's taking a shit.
Of course.
Yeah, Samu's come off. Bernardo's on. Can he change this game for Portugal? They've got 45 minutes in the lead.
That is Samu to come off. That's a clear, much more attacking intent. Paulo Bernardo is a very creative player, a very good dribbler, but whereas Samu's a lot more of an aggressor, strong tackler, good at carrying the ball. Paulo Bernardo a bit more of a technical player, so potentially just looking for a bit more creativity, Portugal. But for me, they've really got to work out how they get the ball to the front, because a lot of the time their their fullbacks pick up the ball and just smash up the line and hope that Conceição or that Pedro Neto will pick up the ball and run with it. But that's not really come to fruition thus far. So they've for me, got to change something in how they build up the play. But then they have got through, so clearly something works. And I think this is a bit of a case of they've got the talent, but it's whether they can put that in a squad. It's whether they've got the right manager in charge to harness all that talent. I don't know if they have. We are underway here for the second half. Portugal get us started. And
big half in both these teams' tournaments.
Yeah, Portugal, they've got to work hard to overturn this if they want to go through. England cannot stop working if they want to go through. And Portugal haven't allowed England to touch the ball yet, but that's not too bad. They're not really progressing at any pace. Here is Penetra, now with Amaro. Never keen to get an early goal. The earlier they can balance this tie, the easier it becomes, of course. Here is Francisco Conceição.
Yeah.
Know that England, if anything, only get stronger with more subs, because they'll have the same quality of player, just with more stamina.
It will be a worry for Portugal that they do require to score a goal against an England side who hasn't conceded yet in the whole tournament.
Do you reckon we could just go the whole tournament without conceding a goal?
100%.
Say that now, and then Conceição flying forwards here.
So they score 3, we lose 3-1, get dumped out.
Do we not concede a Czechia?
Neto, no. 2-0.
That's 2-0 every game, isn't it?
Paulo Bernardo causing problems here. Oh,
we have failed to clear it, but it has been gathered by Trafford. A weird moment there.
Inexperience, if anything.
It's inexplicable, I would say.
Howard Bellis dilly-dallying, and then Cole just...
He has a bit of a mess
leathers
around.
it into him.
If Cole tries to clear it, it falls back at him.
Did that hit Cole's arms? It
may have, but there's no VAR, so we should be absolutely fine.
And I was like, just bouncing around. Bit lucky, I think. Bit fortunate there that it didn't really amass to anything, but very, very risky stuff.
Howard Bellis creating Portugal's best chance of the game. And Cole almost finishing it. Here is Pedro Neto.
If someone's going to spot a comeback for Portugal, it's going to be a man like him.
Yeah.
Just maybe an individual piece of quality. Maybe sparking a brilliant team goal. Dantas.
Can he make something happen? Thiago Dantas, that's a lovely lifted ball out wide. Here's Francisco Conceição. Runs at Aarons, gets to the byline, puts the ball into the box, cleared away by Levi Colwill. And now it's with Penetra. Lifts the ball up, looking for Francisco Conceição. But there you go, massively overhit.
Things like that are sloppy, that costing Portugal at the moment.
Gomez. And then knocked back to Howard Bellis. Flicked on by Gibbs White, and he now gives chase. I think Tavares will get there sooner. But here is Penetra under pressure here. Portugal, Jacob Ramsey flying forwards. We'll be keen to win this ball back from Ferreira, but can't. Here's Dantas, turns out, lovely. Sprays out wide. His range of passing is sensational. Here is Pedro Neto. And now Bernardo takes aim, blocked though by Taylor Howard-Bellis. And here's Conceição. Lovely lift into the path of Ferreira. And now Dantas. Again. It is a really nice idea for the pass that time, not meeting its target. But he is a great passer, isn't he, Thiago Dantas?
I mean, Portugal trying to do what England done on games, but Dantas trying to take on that Angel Gomez role. They're trying to just dictate the tempo. That's Bernardo does well there.
So that's where the space is. The forward is whoever's placed for the centre is really struggling to get on the ball, but there is a bit of space in the width. So he's got those angles, he's got those options. I do think Dantas needs a little bit more from Bernardo and João Neves, because both of them, Neves is great at his movement's great, his energy is great, his tackling is great, but maybe sometimes just doesn't give as much of an option as necessary. Conceição, that is brilliant, dribbling inside, then he knocks out wide. Here's Pedro Neto, just about keeps it in the field of play. Wants to run at Ghana here. Has Tavares as an option on the edge of the box, puts it in there, but it's not a great ball, doesn't meet anyone. Colwill heads it away only as far as Conceição, and then his cross is blocked by, well, the combination of Aarons and Colwill.
Strong start to the second half for Portugal. They're much
offering a challenge now.
On the front foot. They know they need to score to stay in the competition, and they're playing some good football, and they're coming forward again now.
Quite a lot of confidence in Portugal in the poll in chat. 13% saying Portugal will win this, despite obviously being at a 1-goal disadvantage.
Usually it's a clean sweep for England.
It's often very high, and 81% certainly is still high for England.
But saying it's not in the 90s, nearly 100.
6% think we're heading beyond the 90.
Ooh. So a lot of people think we're going to concede another one. And whether we concede 2 or we concede 1.
Yeah.
The way Portugal are playing, though, it is be very tough to keep hold of our clean sheet here. We've got to remain regimented, hit them on the counter, get a second, put the game to bed.
Yeah.
But that is not easy to
Neves. Now Conceição. And he's that's excellent.
So clever.
Absolutely
First
brilliant
card
from
of the game.
Conceição. Through the legs of Max Aarons, and then clipped by the England fullback. A yellow card for Aarons as a consequence.
Yeah,
but
absolutely no complaints from Max Aarons there.
He can't have any, can he? That's brilliant from Conceição. Aarons will miss the next match should we progress. And yeah, he just gets absolutely minced here by Conceição, and as a consequence feels the need to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't think Ramsey being there really affects it, to be honest.
No, Aarons there puts his leg in the air. Obviously, it is a mixture of the two because Conceição has to squeeze in a little gap, but yeah, definitely Aarons who commit the foul.
Yeah. And now free kick in a good position. I know it's that. I mean, hopefully Conceição's alright first and foremost, but good position out wide though. So it's not a shooting opportunity, but definitely can get the ball in. But I mean, if Conceição's not alright here, so a big blow for Portugal. It looks like
showing his quality there though.
Looks like he's going to try and run it off. They've put an ice bag on it. I think it's just ice in his knee. I think it was. He's hobbling around a bit, but he looks like he's going to run it off. And now Portugal have a good opportunity from this set piece. Dantas on the edge. Neto's going to take it. They've got options in the centre with quite a bit of height. What are they going to try here? Do they cut it back? Do they put it in? Try and sneak one at the near post to test James Trafford? We're about to find out. Conceição providing a short option. Neto drills it in, puts it right on Trafford, who puts it back right straight back to Neto.
Lifts it in there.
Cole heads it out. That will go out for a push.
Rolls out, yep.
Neto, I mean, smart there really. From that angle, if you just put it on the keeper, I hope one of your teammates can flick it on or he punches it out. Instead, Trafford punched it straight back to the feet of Neto, who then put the ball back in, and Cole managed to head it away.
Thrown on the far hand side now for Portugal. Tavares. And now completely forgotten that bloke's name now. Amako, I think. Amaro.
Yeah.
Here he is, Amaro. Back to his goalkeeper, who smashes it long, looking for Fabio Silva. Challenged in the air, Silva. Falls, though, to Paulo Bernardo. And now Neto. Looking to make something happen, Bernardo.
I think so far the change has made sense. Bernardo's very, very good.
Yeah, just a much more creative player.
And he just looks like he suits it much more. He looks like he's
a great passer, so yeah.
Yeah. And here he is, tricky feet, playing with Tavares, playing some nice football here. And now they're going to shift it over to the right hand side.
Conceição again looking to go one-on-one with Max Aarons. Obviously, Aarons has to be careful. He cannot afford, obviously, another booking. That's a bit of a risky tackle, but he does win the ball cleanly.
Wins a goal kick as well.
I think, yeah, it did come off Conceição. England goal kick.
Yeah, smart defending there. Maybe not a second.
Very intelligent from Aarons.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Max Aarons missing for next match, so we'd probably likely see Luke Thomas slot in there then, if we do progress to the semi-final.
Yeah, could be Thomas, could be Johnson.
Costly yellow card though.
Could even be Colwill if you want to put someone in centre half, though it's likely to be one of the former options you mentioned.
Equally, I say it's a silly yellow card, but is it better to get it out way in the quarters than, you know, if you get booked in the semi-final, suddenly you're out for the final?
Yeah.
And also you want all your players like Gibbs, not saying to deploy some tactics, but yeah, you've got players like Gibbs White on a yellow card. Do you want to run the risk of them missing the final?
To be fair though, if you're going to get them booked and missing the next game anyway, you might as well just rest them in the next game. But I don't think it's a massive problem. Players should have the discipline. If not, you've got players with similar quality.
Type of players going to go around beating people out.
It'll only be if it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah. Which at that point is fine if he gets suspended. Well, not fine, but...
Well, depends how necessary it is.
Yeah. I think England have left their own half in the first 10 minutes of this second half.
Who's Nuno Tavares?
Portugal really put
Now
the pressure on.
Bernardo. Back to Amaro. And here's Ferreira. Down the line. Conceição. Feeds it through to João Neves. Back to Conceição. Looks to make something happen. Ball into the box. And it's headed away by Harbell as well.
Corner Portugal. Bit nervy this. Bit nervy. Portugal being the better side. We're just starting to hang on a little bit. And that's never good.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can just ride this out and get a counter-attack or get something to turn the tide back in our favour. But Neto's ran out to take this corner.
Again, Portugal, they do have an aerial presence that they could make use of here. Flicked on and headed away then by Anthony Gordon. Dantas keen to keep this alive. Conceição cuts inside and it's a poor effort.
That was a good opportunity. I thought he was going to hit the target.
Yeah.
But the shot just was just lacking. Lacked anything really. Lee Carsley, he knows what's going on. He knows the situation. He's just hoping his team will just hold down through this kind of pressure.
Yeah, such a brilliant player by the way. Thiago Dantas. Been really impressed with watching him. He's so mature for his age.
Very high potential as well. Captaining this Portugal side. I mean, I'd love to captain them to glory, but it was going to take a lot from here.
Yeah, a momentous shift in this final 34 minutes of normal time.
First time England have left their half, and put straight back into it.
Neves, and that's a poor pass.
Sloppy.
Tries to pick up Conceição with the pass, but it's just over eager from João Neves. Again, perhaps showing his immaturity. He is 18, and a lot of these players will be 23, despite the fact that it's obviously the U21 Euros. Yeah. It's from when they were qualifying. It is interesting to see, though, players who definitely weren't part of the qualifying team involved. It makes sense, because they're quality players, but harsh on the players that have been dropped in the process. Because there will be players, there will be 21-year-olds who are now 23 who don't play when there's 18-year-olds on the pitch who obviously weren't involved when they were 16. I
mean, obviously, in the conflict squad, earlier we were talking about the under-19 Euros. A lot of the players that qualified for that will now be playing in this team. So that you could argue that's why they've struggled. That's why they didn't qualify.
Well, there's no...
not
really, yeah.
But if they had got to the tournament, there'd have been a bit of a thing there because the players that were 18, 19 and qualified for that team would then now be 20, 21, 22 playing for this team.
It's interesting. Who was in that England U19 team then? Because the last U19s were sensational. If you look at Harvey Vale, Dane Scarlett, Carney Chukwuemeka, players like that are really, really good. So I don't really know why the U19s failed this year.
Yeah. A bit of handbags. Referee's sorting that out. João Neves wants to take it quickly. Ref doesn't want him to. Just high foot there from Colwell.
But there's no track on football, unfortunately, of any game since that Euro final a year ago.
Oh. Other teams, dismembered.
Dismembered, I think, is the wrong word.
Oh, that's like if you lose a body part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tavares. Ball in. Flicked on. Just past the post. And Paulo Bernardo there with a chance for Portugal. Going quite close to Trafford's net. He's going to take his time with this goal kick. England just need to try and get on the ball. Because Portugal are in a very, very good spell here. The first 15 minutes of this second 45,
yeah,
they've looked very strong.
Quite interestingly, the U17 Euros concluded today as well. The final was today. Germany beat France on penalties, 5-4.
How did England do?
England got into the quarter-finals but lost to France 1-0.
Oh, so France are pretty good then. So basically, France have got a very good, lot of very good youth sides coming through.
France are sensational, attracting talent.
Jacob Ramsey, this is a brilliant drive. It's the first time England have probably got on the ball this half.
Yeah, Ramsey.
Gordon, he's got to look to Madueke.
Tries to spray out wide but can't, and it's cleared away.
Do you expect to see subs soon for England, especially now we're struggling a little bit?
I do. I do think we'll see some fresh legs maybe could be what is needed to reinvigorate this side. I mean, you see the effect that Bernardo's had for Portugal. Potentially if we bring on someone that's of a similar ilk, so a quality player to come on, and a lot of pressure because we are under the cosh a little bit at the moment.
Yeah.
Not bad, but under the cosh a little bit. But yeah, overall we've played well. We've played like we have throughout this tournament. We've looked good.
Yeah.
But potentially want to relieve that pressure. Anyway, Portugal now in possession. They have looked good, Portugal, at times. And that's a great ball over the top. Cut out well by Howard Bellis. Angel Gomez flicks on. Madueke then gets to the loose ball. And it's a good challenge from João Neves to win it back. Now he can drive that forward. João Neves gives it out wide. Here's Pedro Neto. This is a worry for England. Neto, ball in. Conceição.
In the box there.
I was going to say, Fabio Silva down the heap, given the opposite way though. And he screams the referee at. That's Fabio Silva.
I find a feeling this might have been given just purely on the fact that Fabio Silva was just complaining to the referee because he took his time to make a decision.
It's on Silva, no?
Yeah.
I think it is him who throws Colwell to the floor.
I mean, the rest of Portugal seem more annoyed at Silva than they do at anyone else.
Because they had an attack forming, and he had no real reason to do that.
Just run into Colwell and put them both to the ground. Very silly. Very silly.
Jones gives White. Fouled by Dantas. Not Dantas, sorry, Amaro.
He's ran for the ball, I don't know why, because Portugal need to get a move on.
Colwell. Now Howard Bellis. Back to Levi Colwell. And here's Ramsey.
Brilliant control.
And Portugal with a lot of players back, but England coming forwards here. Gordon. And Jones. Gomez. Jones.
Take his time on the ball.
Brilliant that from Jacob Ramsey. Sorry, Morgan gives White, spins, gives out White to Madueke. Madueke options inside, back to gives White. Gomez, Jones, and now it's with Ramsey. Jones, Aaron's on the right, on his left hand side, uses Gomez on the right instead. Now Garner in at right back, goes down the line. Madueke back to Garner. Encouraging signs from England, but a little slow in possession now. Here's Colwell. Finds Ramsey. Holds up the ball really well there. Jacob Ramsey then draws the foul. Surprised there's not been a booking yet, and I think Jacob Ramsey is frustrated by the same things. Would have been caught in a few fouls, Jacob Ramsey. Shows his ability to draw them, but Ferreira realises he is losing him and pulls Ramsey down.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Ramsey there complaining, where's that yellow referee? Referee doesn't do anything with his complaints.
They're wrestling very strict, very shouty.
He is a very shouty referee, yeah. Loves that. Loves the control.
Authority.
Yeah, very authoritative.
Madueke.
Again, caught in a challenge, but not given by the referee. Fabio Silva. Now they're coming forwards, Portugal. João Neves spreads the play. Here is Conceição. And he takes it past Aaron. Aaron has to be careful. Ball in, and it's too close to goalkeeper James Trafford. He will go down.
I think we need changes. For me, it's felt like there's a few players that haven't seen on the pitch. Really,
starting to flag a little.
Yeah, but you look at Angel Gomez. He was on the ball for the whole first half. I don't think he's touched it in the second half.
Who would you change? Who would you look at?
I think fullbacks, you could argue, especially Aaron's on a yellow. You got Thomas, you got Johnson. I think.
Yeah, definitely options.
Final third as well. Again, you got Archer, Smith Rowe, midfield.
Maybe
options,
Ollie Skip.
Ollie
instead
Skip,
of
Harvey Elliott.
Gomez.
You've got options in the middle.
Yeah, maybe Elliott for Madueke.
Yeah, and you've got 5 changes, so let's use them.
Is it 5? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
And with only 25 minutes to go, that's one change every 5 minutes. Risking a free kick.
That's a soft one.
He's telling to stop.
That's a soft free kick. Conte Sal.
Yeah.
He goes down again here.
Ref has to take his time of decisions because
It wasn't given though, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't given.
That is soft.
And then Curtis Jones runs
So
the
soft.
of it, and then the ref gives it.
Like Conte Sal there
So he
goes
says
down
no
to
foul,
nothing
says no
and
foul,
goes down
says no
holding his
foul,
ankle.
and then he gives it there.
And now Portugal are looking to change something in this game. Managers as fed up with Fabio Silva as we are, and opts to bring on Enrique
But it looks like
Araujo.
Silva's just stormed straight down the tunnel.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, Fabio Silva, because he was so high potential. Joined Wolves, of course, in a big money move, and he doesn't seem to. I don't really know
Enrique
much
Araujo
about
on
him
the pitch,
personally. But
that is dangerous.
yeah.
Very good player. Paulo Bernardo, brilliant footwork.
Oh, that's lovely. Puts the ball in, headed away by Bellis. Where will it fall to a Portugal shirt? No, but recovered well by Penetra. Puts it back across. Conce Sal, and that touch is excellent. And he's really causing problems in the second half. Conce Sal flicked on.
We are struggling.
But
we
now
really
Jones
struggling.
will hack that clear.
I mean, we're kicking it long. We're kicking it long because
We're
we
just
want a bit of
alleviating that
respite.
pressure, aren't we? Yeah. Here's Penetra, and Gibbs White wants to press, but he's got nobody up there in support. And here you can see Gordon is absolutely flagging.
Get some subs on Lee.
Maybe look at Archer, maybe look at some wide options. Ollie Skip.
I know you're listening. Tell Lee to
Of
get
course.
some changes on.
Hi Ashley, if you are watching.
What do you think? Why do you think we've got
Ghana.
those tablets for?
Yeah, just watching this.
Gibbs White brings it down superbly. Angle Gomez. Now we've got a bit of space on the ball because Portugal have gone for it, so we can utilise the gaps.
Ramsey kicks it out.
Is someone down injured?
I imagine someone is down.
That's Ramsey. Ramsey's the one down injured.
I think I mean, he just feeling his ankle.
I think he's going to come
He was
off
caught in
anyway.
an early challenge, obviously, Jacob Ramsey, by Conce Sal, who stood on his ankle.
I think Portugal are accusing him of going because he kicked the ball out for himself.
Which you are allowed to do. You're allowed to kick the ball off, and then you are allowed to go down injured, so don't really know what the
Before
refs...
officials explain to the coach and stuff that he is allowed to do that, he's injured. Jacob Ramsey is going to come off for England to be replaced by Emil Smith-Rowe. Only the one change though. I mean, this doesn't look good for Jacob Ramsey. He's hobbling. He is hobbling.
It's just bad for the tournament, bad for England, but also very bad for Jacob Ramsey and for Aston Villa. They will be very concerned, and I'm sure that Unai Emery will be quickly on the phone to everyone involved in the England setup.
I'd like to think it's just precaution, saying that we are in a winning scenario, but Emil Smith-Rowe is hardly a bad replacement.
Probably an upgrade, arguably, I think.
Yeah, I think there's an argument to be had there.
Emil Smith-Rowe is a fantastic player.
They both offer different things.
Let's see what impact he can have on this game. Some fresh legs out on that left-hand side, something that can cause a lot of trouble.
It's one of those where when you're under pressure defensively, do you bring on a defender to help out, or do you bring on an attacker to try and relieve it? This might be forced through injury, but
the ball's not holding up there anymore. Gordon's not. His movement's flagging. He's flagging.
Where is Gordon?
He chased the ball and then had to stop for a moment. Penetra.
Yeah. But 23 minutes, I expect to see a couple more changes. So
And a sloppy pass from Penetra. And Smith-Rowe tries to drum forward, but it's won back by Ferreira. Here is Neves.
Enrique Araujo is on the move.
Ferreira tries to send Aarons by pretending to cross it and then cutting inside. Hasn't fooled him. João Neves knocks it across once more. Amaro. Bernardo. That's brilliant. Araujo round the corner. Pedro Neto back to Enrique Araujo.
Big tackle from Colwell.
What a stop. Big block there from Levi Colwell. Just stops him in his tracks. Excellent from Colwell.
Enrique Araujo is an interesting one. The fact he didn't start, Fabio Silva did. I think there's a debate to be had there.
Yeah, Silva seems to be rated so highly, but I've never actually seen him play well.
No.
And
And
now João Neves creating something, and Araujo goes down in the box. Ref's got a decision to make. He gives it the other way, and that is to the sheer disbelief of Portugal players. I'm going to need to see a replay. Araujo thinks he touched the floor.
Not happy that.
Dantas wants VAR to have a look.
Maybe there is VAR.
There might be VAR here.
I think they will.
This was clumsy.
I didn't
at
really
best
see
from
it.
Harvard
I just
Bellis.
saw a tangle of bodies, and usually a tangle of bodies means one thing. Oh.
You could definitely make an argument this is a penalty for Portugal. Because he doesn't win any of the ball.
It's clumsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
There you are.
There, look. This
He's
is
checking
clumsy.
this.
This is so... Harvard Bellis, who has been impeccable this tournament, he's really struggled today.
Yeah, he's not in a good state. And to be fair, the thing is, though, if he doesn't make the foul, that's a goal Enrique Araujo scores, so... Yeah. It's super clumsy.
I think
they're claiming... So, I think he's trying to claim it's something in the ground.
No VAR, no penalty. No penalty.
I think that's what they're pointing to, both the ref and Harvard Bellis. I mean, we're very fortunate there, but a lapse in concentration allowed Conceição to João Neves to be in.
Yeah.
And he definitely could have got an assist there because it's a good ball in.
Enrique Araujo brought down.
And Enrique Araujo probably would have scored had he not been brought down. And
That's
that's poor. Bellis is all over the place. Here's Pedro Neto. Garner covers back well. Neto still with possession though. One back well by Garner, but we need to sub off Harvard Bellis. I'd say his head is absolutely gone.
And we've got players. Get Cresswell.
Smith Rowe. Madueke.
Aaron. I mean, we scored this round of play. That is a real kick. That would be a real kick in the teeth for Portugal. But, you know, we have to make changes. Don't know why Lukaku isn't making. We're in a winning position.
Equally, you don't want to change your centre halves in a game like this, so probably not. When
they're being clumsy, you kind of have to.
Yeah. Gomez, Gibbs White.
Or you change the people around him to make him play better.
Aaron's getting stuck in.
Fouled. You better not foul there. Portugal move on quickly, despite Aaron's being on the floor. Ref says no.
Just hang on a minute. There's a player down. This could be the end of Aaron's involvement tonight because obviously he's already on a yellow. He's down now with an injury to his ankle. It just seems to get twisted in the turf there.
I mean, he doesn't himself flying in. He saw the ball.
Yeah, it's a horrible turn on the ankle there. Seems he'll continue. He's
why not even
limping.
I don't know what's
well, if we don't have a player warm.
I don't know what's going on in Lee Carsey's mind.
I think there was a player warming up.
Yeah.
Stripping,
I just find it really weird. We've made one change.
Here comes Nuno Tavares. Puts Pedro Neto down the channel. Trafford's going to take over every second he can.
Again, he's been quality tonight. Absolute quality.
From this.
Another shout for man of the match. He's put in 4 man of the match performances for me.
He has been good. I mean, it's a massive part of why we haven't conceded a goal yet.
I'll say. The second half, we have been second best by far. We haven't had a shot, have we?
I don't think so.
Not been great, but the main thing is we lead on the scoreboard, and that's what matters at the end of the 90 minutes. Ball in from Neto towards Araujo, flicks it on off the bar!
This is messy. This is really messy. Cleared away by Jones, but Portugal will look to start it again quickly from this throw.
I mean, how close was that? How close was that? Inches away from a Portugal equaliser. Araujo, since coming on, has been brilliant. He's caused
England
problems.
need to wake up. England really do, because it seems sluggish. It seems sloppy,
100%.
and if we're not careful, we're going to give this away. Dantas tries to feed for Araujo, and Harvard Bellis gets there.
Again, he takes his time there. He was fouled, though. He was fouled by Araujo.
And this will be a momentary respite for England.
Our time. Let's take our time.
Allow England to make, because it looks like we're going to make changes. Let's just relax here, and then give time for substitutions to be made.
Araujo's putting himself back of it, isn't he? Him and Harvard are pretty much off the bar. What
a great header.
So unlucky.
I think Trafford has it covered if it's on target anyway, but...
I don't, maybe.
It's hard to say. It's really hard to say, of course.
Great header.
This could be the end of Max Aaron's night. He comes off to replace by Cole Palmer.
No, he doesn't.
Ben Johnson.
Makes complete sense to me.
Palmer on as well. You'd imagine this is for the other flank. Obviously, we've already seen Smith Rowe come on this left-hand side. Cole Palmer on for Noni Madueke.
Yeah.
Just Chelsea Starlet will take his time as he walks off the pitch.
I like the defensive change of Ben Johnson. Maybe bring a midfielder next. We have only got one stoppage left.
We're approaching 75 minutes on the clock. Just about winding this game down now, though.
Yeah. Let's just see it out. Cole Palmer on, Ben Johnson on. 17 minutes to go. Oh, I don't know. It's a bit of squeaky bum time now, isn't it? hitting the bar. That's the closest they've come. They've caused a lot of problems. Do you know what? Fair play to Portugal. They've played really well tonight, and to be honest, they probably deserve to be level.
Yeah, definitely do.
Ref warning Trafford.
Hopefully England can keep up as they are.
Yeah.
Well, no, keep up as keep up the score,
improve
but improve on the performance so far in the second half. Dale Hurst, welcome to the stream. I have England to win 2-0. Gordon scored first goal on a grand bet. Wow, good luck, Dale.
So I'll be careful if I was you. I'll be panicking a little bit because Portugal were knocking on the door.
Obviously, we have won a lot of games 2-0 in this tournament. Ben Johnson closed it up in the air.
It's a bit calmer. Just looks a bit calmer.
Can't say Sal can't quite get there. And here's Johnson.
Yeah.
Can't help but feel if the game continues like this, it's only a matter of time until Portugal equalise.
Bang on, right, Gary, that is.
Yeah.
They've been getting closer and closer as the game's gone on. I mean, yeah, hitting the bar there is very scary. And here they come again.
Ball out wide. Here is Conceição.
We can't get a break.
Looking to make something happen here. Ferreira, that's an excellent turn. This is worrying as Portugal come forwards. Amaro finds Bernardo. And now here's Neto. Dantas through to Bernardo. And it's a huge stop again from Trafford. He's been immense tonight, James Trafford. But England need to wake up here. 15 minutes to play.
Tavares, Palmer stops the ball coming in. But do you know what? Portugal merit a goal. They deserve a goal. They've played brilliant football.
Yeah.
We are so lucky they haven't got one yet. But as Gary said, if we do not change something in these next 15 minutes, we will concede.
Yeah. Cheers, I'm a Newcastle fan. Oh, nice, Dale. You've had a very good season. And some decent recruitment in recent days, though. Yeah. So, Central Tonali confirmed, missing out on big targets in Szoboszlai and Maddison, so probably still need a winger, but some decent recruitment from Newcastle.
No Newcastle youngsters in this team, are there?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, this is good football. That's the first overhit pass I think he's played today.
We're fortunate there. Because Dantas just tries to feed through Neto there, and just over-eager, I think.
But they're going to keep going at it. Still lot can happen in 15 minutes.
But here, what an example of a great Dantas ball was the one through to Paulo Bernardo.
And then, try to be a cutback, end up being on target. Trafford shifted his feet well, big save.
Yeah, good save of the feet.
Because running in was Henrique Araujo, who has been chucking himself about tonight.
Yeah. Joe says he lives 4 doors down from Nick Pope. Fair enough.
Do you go knock on his door sometimes?
Yeah, go say hi.
Anthony Gordon's lost his shoe.
See if he wants to come on the show.
That is the most he's done all second half, is lose his shoe.
He's been anonymous in the second half.
He's been anonymous. I think Angel Gomez has been off the pace.
You can't doubt his commitment, though, throughout the tournament. And obviously he did get the goal, but I would say bring him off now because he's not offering a lot in the second half.
We are seeing key players like Curtis Jones, like Angel Gomez. I
was going to say our midfielders looked anonymous, and that's a massive reason why Portugal are having so much
and that possession shifted
or so much fortune, because they are. If you look at the midfield, they already had a magical midfield. That was their highlight, and now they're getting more time, more space on the ball. Well, they're able to create more.
Because we didn't react to that Paulo Bernardo change. So then they overran us in midfield. Now we're getting tired. That's not a foul.
We're still not really reacting
Gomez
to the fact
but it's laboured. Yeah. It's laboured. And now
we're reacting to the fact our midfield are knackered.
Away from Colwill, still alive. Look at the commitment to keep that alive.
Conceição. I mean, that is brilliant dribbling, though. One back by Gordon, then Conceição fouls Gordon.
He kind of got stuck with it there. Gordon doesn't laugh.
They're on top of each other, and Gordon sees the funny side.
Oh, Gordon, obviously. I said there weren't any Newcastle youngsters.
Oh, yeah.
Idiot. Gordon does well there defensively, to be fair, wins the foul.
I always forget Gordon, because, I always think of Gordon as an Everton youngster, but he's now at Newcastle.
Laughing to himself, Anthony Gordon, good defending, no. But England, for England's no laughing matter at the moment. 12 minutes away from the semi-finals, but it is not going to be plain sailing at this rate. How we've held on for the last 33 minutes, I do not know. Not 33 minutes. Yeah, 33 minutes.
Yeah, of the second half.
Ball in from Ferreira towards Araujo, away from Colwill. And Gordon just does enough to hold it up, but loses it again. It's too slow. He's got no one to help him either.
You do get the feel we're faltering here.
Skip's coming on.
Starting to look a bit shaky, but if we can...
Johnson,
if we could just keep going. Just get this over the line. 10 minutes to play. Yellow card for Johnson. Is he already on a yellow? Because in which case we are short on fullbacks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a very good point. I think you're right.
I think Ben Johnson, that might be a second yellow. He may miss the next game.
No, we're fine. No,
he does.
We're not.
Ben Johnson does miss the next match.
We've only got 2 fullbacks.
That is both Max Aarons and Ben Johnson now out for the next game. And he's on a yellow for this last 10 minutes.
So if we do get through... by Skips coming on for Angle Gomez, that makes complete sense. But why only make one change? Because we can't make another one now.
I don't know. The stoppage is a thing.
I don't know. I might be wrong. But yeah, Skip coming on. But as you say, so that means Luke Thomas and
Garner
are nailed on starting if we get through the semi-final, which is a massive worry. Because if someone gets injured or they get carded or they're tired, who do we bring on?
Yeah, we do have Tommy Doyle, who... Oh, no, sorry, he's the midfielder. I thought it was Callum Doyle. Got mixed up there.
Inventing from Lee Carsley. Colwell playing out there, maybe.
Potentially. I mean, Charlie Crusher could do a job at right back as well, if need be. Jared Brantford could play left back.
Especially in a European semi-finals, that's the last thing you want.
Experimentation.
Yeah.
No. But we should be fine, though, with Garner and Thomas. It's just if either of those pick up a yellow.
And he'll probably, for the training, he'll probably prepare for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
What the plan is. He'll think about it. He's not an idiot.
But it does mean we've got Johnson and Aarons for the final.
Yeah.
Swings and roundabouts.
Portugal can't fall
Shall
again.
Neves. But now we definitely...
We've got to get there first.
Garner definitely can't afford to get booked because I think he's also on a yellow.
No. Ball in from Tavares. It was blocked. It's going straight to Trafford's hand and he's going to lie on that floor for a very long time. Did he get injured? Yeah. I hope he's not actually injured.
Yeah, it's a back. It's
a weird position for someone to be in when their back hurts though. Don't rolling folders.
Yeah, that's what he's
hopefully he's alright, by the way.
He's in a lot of pain here. So he goes up to claim the ball. He just gets caught there by the knee of Paulo Bernardo.
Yeah.
Me in the back. Could be quite painful. And Bernardo's going, oh mate, get up, but he's got the ball or something. I don't really know what he's trying to play in. No, I think it's just. Yeah, so it's going to be a wet surface. They've had the sprinklers on at half time. And he's rolling around like that, so...
Oh, that's poor distribution. Aurelio, it's bounced... What are we doing?
How we've got away with yet another weird moment, I don't know.
It's just lazy passing, lazy football, and it's going to catch us out at this rate. Garner does brilliantly to take that away from Neto there with the header. But they're going to regroup, they're going to rebuild, they're going to put it back into the box. Oh, they faked too.
Dantas. Moves it out wide. Ferreira. Now Conceição. Ball in, Tavares heads it towards goal and it's
again, he falls to the ground. And Garner's gone down with an injury as well. I think he was caught by Tavares as he went up for the header. But again, we're going to take our time. It's just not been good enough. Not been good enough second half. We are hanging on by a thread.
Yeah. Loads happening in the transfer market, by the way, while we're doing this. Like, so much is happening. Mal Solomon's just joined Tottenham. Nat Collins just joined Brentford. And Napoli for Max Kilman, but yeah.
Max Kilman?
Good player.
Is that Kim Min-jae's replacement?
I guess, yeah, that would make sense. He's a very good defender.
Yeah, true.
He has played for Wolves, which it's difficult to have done well on that system. Gives white, draws the foul.
Absolutely brilliant. And he's going to draw a yellow card as well.
JJM, welcome to the stream. I'll just call you JJM for ease, but welcome. Should Ramsey be okay? We hope so. Obviously, we can't really tell with an injury, but yeah, considering he played 30 odd minutes with that same ankle injury, he should be alright. You'd imagine it's just a precautionary substitution, but you can be sure, of course. Hopefully he is alright because we will be needing him for the rest of this tournament if we progress. And of course, Aston Villa fans will be worried because he will be crucial for them.
Wait, this was so clear from Gibbs White. He went down injured off the pitch, quite far off the pitch actually, and he ends up rolling back onto the pitch to stop the game.
Just gives us a moment of respite.
Palmer flicks it on there to Neto.
He's tried to get anything on it to.
Yeah. And I mean, if Portugal do progress below Ferreira or Zé Carlos, will miss the game.
Yeah.
But they've got to overturn this. They need to find a goal in the next 7 minutes. We saw a late leveller in Spain, Switzerland yesterday to send us extra time. It would be a late leveller now to send us extra time if Portugal find a goal.
João Neves. That's so good again. Here's Ferreira. There's always one or two players when we watch the youth setups that really impress me. I remember when we watched this is worrying. Great ball in. It almost hits Neto in the face there.
Big let off for Trafford, flapping around and missing it.
There's usually a couple of players that catch the eye. I remember when we did the U19 Euros last year, it was Oscar Glauc.
Yeah.
That was the first time we were watching him, and now we obviously is much more well known. I'd say Jean Neves is someone I hadn't heard about until really this tournament. Obviously, I'd heard a little bit about him. He's played well for Benfica this season, but he's really impressed me with his running, with his energy, but also his passing as well. And Thiago Dantas I've also thrown there because he's been immense as well tonight and throughout this tournament.
I only knew from Dantas from playing. He had him on my FM side, and he was absolutely quality.
Nice.
Really good potential. And Trafford's going to get a yellow card here for time wasting. He's got to be careful now though, because the last thing we want is James
it's
Trafford
not his second yellow of the
off.
tournament. Fortunately, he does not miss the next game.
No. But make sure he doesn't get 2 yellows tonight, because this referee seems like the type of person who would send someone off.
Just got to be sensible.
Yeah. Portugal
5 minutes to go.
Get the game started fast.
Neves. Araujo.
Araujo's been quality since he came on.
Really has changed this game, hasn't
Who's
he?
number 23 for Portugal coming on?
They are bringing on Moreira. This is exciting. Diego Moreira.
Ooh.
He is a very good player.
Better
Only 18 years old. Very exciting winger. Very dangerous player. Chelsea have just signed him as well. So he'll be keen to impress. Yeah.
Conte, Sal,
Especially the impact he can
Ferreira.
have.
Looking for the ball
to lift that into the area, but just didn't see the right sort of runs happening. Here's Tavares. Chelsea fan willing England to hold on. We are willing the same Chelsea fan.
Neto.
Ball in. It's headed away by Colwill.
I thought he was going to hit it.
I thought he would as well. Smith cuts it out and then skip.
Silly from Ferreira. He's already on a yellow. Is he going to go? Oh, I thought he was going.
He was running away before. He got to find out.
Excited then. I thought he was going to get sent off. Adam Colley.
And here he comes. Can't say Sal off. He's been he's been brilliant.
Yeah,
he's been excellent. He's clearly a very dangerous player. But now it's time for Diego Moreira. Can he prove himself on this stage? The 18-year-old playing a step above his age.
The Ollie skip still down by the way after getting
shouldered in the face by
I guess
Ferreira.
nosebleed would be my guess. I'm not a doctor, but I may not nosebleed.
Could be. Well, I guess we'll find out.
So I hope he's all right. Smith Rowe hasn't really done much since he came on. Skip's going to go off the pitch. Harbert's taking a drink from the physios, and so is the Portugal manager, Rui Jorge.
It's tough work shouting at players.
As I say, his team are 4 minutes away from getting dumped out of the competition. To be honest, they probably don't deserve to. They've been much better this second half. Much better. And England, I think, will count their lucky stars if they hold on to this tonight.
Yeah. Very packed out, by the way. I can't remember the name of the stadium, but we are in Georgia, of course, tonight.
Bamuti?
No, that we are playing at the Ramesh Shangalayas Sakhir Labobis Stadioni Kutulasi.
Gordon, good save from Selton BI. Bailly.
Yeah.
It's BIAI. Bailly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Portugal, they need a goal. They've got 3 minutes to get one.
Not long left. Not long left at all.
No.
Amaro.
As I say, I think their performance has warranted a goal.
It's Neves.
They haven't managed to find one. And England, as much as we've been holding on...
Oh, Moreira does so well to get around Ben Johnson.
Brilliant.
This is the problem he can cause. Araujo. That's a huge challenge from Colwill. I hope this isn't a yellow. I think he's already on a card.
It's silly. It's silly
in this tournament,
Colwill.
I mean.
This is so dangerous.
Draws the foul well, Araujo. And this all comes from Moreira. Diego Moreira does so well to cut inside here, look.
Beats 3 men.
Gives it to Araujo. Araujo doesn't even get the ball.
Smart.
It's just
Araujo's so smart.
a little feint that, Cole tries too hard to get to the ball and just draws the foul. He's very fortunate that's not in the penalty box.
Yeah, as I say. Because to be fair, Colwill was in the penalty box, but the foul that he committed, the play.
Does the winner's match play Israel or Spain? Asked Gary. The winner plays Israel.
Yeah. And then it'll be the winner of Ukraine or France tonight will play Spain, and then also in the finals, they will play Germany.
Yeah.
Neto from this free kick. It is quite close. It would be difficult to get it up and over the wall.
Will it be Neto? Will it be Dantas?
Can you go round
Tavares
it?
has also stood there.
Could you try something cheeky and try and go under the wall and hope they jump?
You probably want to try and score from this rather than gamble on.
Gibbs White's
Gibbs White's lying there.
Don't go under the wall because Gibbs White's there. Your options are...
There should be enough height in this wall, though, that it's very difficult for anyone to score.
I don't think you could get it up and over. I think your option is to go round it from this angle. Or just smack it at Trafford and hope he can not save it.
Yeah.
Or try some routine, lay it off to someone.
It's about 18 people stood in front of him right now.
The Portugal sub is meant to be coming on, is on his knees praying.
Neves. Oh, sorry, Neto.
Neto or Dante play it sweet. Neves hits it.
Neto blocks, takes another aim. Still not Neves, but Neto does put it wide.
Oh, yeah.
Makes a meal of that volley.
Waste.
Just catches it horribly. But this is a good effort, and then here, just catches it horribly. Could have had a second chance there.
He's got to hit a
Could have
target.
more of that second chance, sorry.
Got to hit a target.
And now Vitinha.
Ooh. For Neto.
Mental that they have Vitinha to bring on.
Pedro Neto's coming off after that.
Is that the same guy that plays for Portugal? No, it can't be the guy who plays for PSG, right?
No, don't think so.
What number is he?
19.
He's a forward, sorry, plays for Marseille. 23 or Vitor Oliveira. Or Oliveira.
See what you can do then.
Just the nickname Vitinha.
As we are going to head into additional time, I'd expect quite a few minutes. We've had injuries, we've had time wasting. How many have we got?
If they had PSG's Vitinha, you should start.
6 minutes for Portugal.
A long time to hold on here for England. A long time to find a goal for Portugal. But yeah, Johnson over this throw. Carsley trying to keep his men motivated. Portugal manager trying to convince his lads to keep going, keep pushing for a goal. They will throw everything at this game, everything they've got at England, and it's whether England can withstand that skip. Keen not to let Portugal attack, so just smashes it away. Tavares. It's very much now a 4-3-3 for England. Gibbs White has slotted into middle midfield. Just offers a bit more stability in the middle of the park.
Everything goes long.
Absolutely no point in trying to play football now. It's all about getting rid of the ball. Diego Moreira cuts inside, looks dangerous.
He just didn't see Skip coming there.
I'm very excited by Moreira as a Chelsea fan, but also worried he may hurt England here. God, Farmer challenges for it. Won well by Jones. Jones, is that a foul? It is.
Yes.
Jones fouled there
Bit
by
of respite for England. I mean, I don't think I can express how lucky we've been.
We've definitely conceded too many chances. We've not been at our high standard we've set throughout this tournament. And Diego Moreira, the young lad, is impressing. As we say, it is mental that the youngest players for this Portugal side are the most impressive.
Yeah.
João Neves, just 18 years of age. Diego Moreira, not much older than that. I think he's may well be 18, maybe 19.
Still over 4 minutes left of this 6 added on.
Yeah, 18. So good.
Tavares plays it back. Vitinha, big tackle, huge tackle that is. And now Gordon's just going to run away.
Oh, Gordon's hurt. Gordon's down, and that is a
That's
concern.
why they kicked out for him. I accidentally kicked out for him. Hopefully he's alright. Have we got subs? Yeah, I think we've got one.
We've got one sub left. I just don't know whether we're allowed to make a sub because of the stoppages thing. But Penetra helping out as opposing number or as opposing.
It's probably just a bit cramp.
He's saying it's alright. I can continue. Lee Carsley looking like Harry Hill, gives a little smirk.
I think he knows that England will get away with one tonight if Portugal don't score.
3.5 minutes to go.
It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy.
No, they've not made it easy for us tonight at all, Portugal. England, they've faltered, but they have kept fighting.
And sometimes that's how you win tournaments. You don't look at your best all the time. Look at Man City. They drew Leipzig 0-0 in their first leg of the round of 16.
And then went and put 7 or 8 past them.
If we can get through tonight, we back ourselves against Israel, and then whoever we got in the final, we can beat on our day. That's a brilliant interception.
Whether it's Spain, whether it's France, whether it's Ukraine.
It's just going to take to the corner. We have no.
Tavares is chasing him. Palmer may look towards goal though. Now back to the corner, kicks it into the defender.
Brilliant.
Recovering back, Paulo Bernardo.
Just running down that clock.
Okay, lineups by the way out for the Ukraine-France game. An interesting addition is Mihailo Mudryk. I believe that's his first start of the tournament, first minute of the tournament, and he starts tonight.
Huge chance for him.
He is just back from injury. Sudakov as well, who plays for the first team, the Ukraine national team, is playing for the U21s. He scored in their game against Spain. He starts tonight as well. So some big additions from the first team to help out Ukraine tonight.
France.
Anatoly Trublin, of course, the goalkeeper we're all very familiar with. He's an excellent player, especially if you play FM. You will have heard of him. So good team for Ukraine. As for France, some names you will recognise a lot of these. Kefren Turam, strongly linked with Liverpool. Enzo Lefebvre is in the side as well. Amin Gouiri, Rayan Cherki, Simakan, Kalulu and Kunku. Not Christopher, just to point out. Chevalier. These are names you should be recognising.
Dantas has picked the worst time to play a sloppy pass.
Yeah.
He's just kicked it off and handed possession away.
Just a couple extra players, excellent players of many in that France team. It's going to be difficult for Ukraine tonight.
Who's their player? It's like he's top goal scorer in the tournament. I can't remember his name now.
Barcola, Gouiri.
No, it begins with might be B or P.
I don't know. I'll have a look at some players. Bradley Barcola's got 2 goals from the right wing, and no other France player has got 2 goals.
Harvest leathers it into the air, looking for Smith Rowe, who brings it down quite well, to be fair.
A minute to go here for England. Emil Smith Rowe. And he looks towards goal now. Smith Rowe still going. Smith Rowe could finish it here. And it's a big stopper. That's João Neves again with an excellent tackle.
One last chance for Portugal. They've got to go and they've got to go now.
Now Ferreira. And it's Moreira. And it's out of play.
Wins a throw, so they've got to take it quickly.
Yeah, not much time left. Time is of the essence very much now. But yeah, here now come Portugal. They'll be desperate to just try and get anything. Try and get a goal.
Look back to the saves from Trafford. The Aurelio hitting
ball
the bar.
into the box. Headed away by Harwood Bellis. Now it's Tavares. Can he get the ball into the box? Goes one way, goes the other. Takes aim! And it's not a bad effort, but it's not on target.
That should be it. That should be it.
Couple seconds left of the 6 additional. And the Portugal manager, I think he knows that time is up. They've had chance today, Portugal, but they haven't been good enough. They've not been clinical.
No.
And England, well, they've rode their luck at times, but ultimately they have been the better team across the whole game. Though this second 45, Portugal have been excellent, and they feel hard done by. Gordon, maybe he's headed it back to a Portugal defender. Maybe the one last chance here for Portugal. Skip clears it away. It's this time.
That's not. Yes, it is.
There we go. The referee blows his final whistle. Blows whistle for the final time. It's England 1, Portugal 0. It was not comfortable tonight, but we progress to the semi-finals. A good win. A crucial win as well, obviously. We needed to prove ourselves in a moment where it wasn't easy, and that's a big 1-0 victory, courtesy of Anthony Gordon's early, 35th minute goal. Very impressive performance. That was very mature from England. We had made a few errors, but we kept fighting, we kept pushing, and now we're through to the semi-finals.
And breathe. Wow. I mean, lucky. Very lucky. But we take it, we're through. We'll play Israel on Wednesday, which we know we can beat. Player of the match tonight? I think it's a hard one because we were not the races for the majority of the game.
For me, it's actually for the losing side. João Neves was absolutely incredible. I mean, you could throw Anthony Gordon in there, obviously got the goal. I mean, Angel Gomez for his contribution in the first half. But for me, for an all-round 90-minute performance, it's hard to look by João Neves.
Dantas was good as well. I'm going to give mine James Trafford.
Yeah.
He's had 4 exceptional games now. We haven't given him man of the match yet. He can have mine tonight. He was superb. Kept us in the game.
Yeah.
Simple as that, kept us in the game.
Certainly did. Well, that is everything for tonight, guys. We are back on Wednesday for the semi-final where we will face Israel. That stream page will be out very soon, so make sure when you see it to leave a like and set a reminder on that so you do not miss the action on Wednesday. Same time, same place. We'll be live from 4:45 on Wednesday. And yeah, a familiar opposition as well, so we should be able to beat them. That is everything for today, though. The poll in chat, you guys were correct. The 80% of the vote for England, the majority was correct. But yeah, that is everything for today. I am very glad everyone's tuned in for tonight. It's been a great stream. We've had a great tournament so far, England, and they've all been great streams so far. So hopefully we can keep this up going into the semi-finals on Wednesday. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.